Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audience. Your discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 3, Episode 7, Vacation's End. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Khan, the bloody Rizzolo.
It's great to be here.
Shane as Umbromancer Zavid.
Let's go to the desert! Yeah!
And Elliot as Reese the Heartseeker.
I'm PNG today. Reese is not having a good beauty day.
Everyone gets under the weather sometimes. As always, I'm Lumpy Bronzearm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra arrived at the capital city of Absalom. Having saved Joseph Hazelwood from a wrecked merchant ship, the first stop was to let him off safely. Joseph was taken to Love's in the Gruyere, an artisan cheese shop owned by a single-minded gnome woman named Bree, the Cheese Wizard. Although her precious cheese was lost to the waves and Frag's bag of holding, Bree welcomed everyone to her shop. Zavid was overwhelmed by the sheer quantity, variety, and quality of the cheese here. Officially on vacation, he dropped quite a few gold coins on a massive cheese flight sampler. Having dropped off Bree's employee and explained what happened to her beloved shipment, Lux Et Umbra stopped for the night at the Inn and Out. Their overexcited waiter, the Tad Man, convinced Khan and Frag to attempt the Orc Challenge. 2 people, 4 pounds of bacon, 2 pounds of barbecue sauce in 1 hour. Powering through the mountain of meat and washing it down with centuries-old vintage wine, the Mechano Orc and Isoki went down as legends of Absalom history, getting their sketches tacked upon the wall. The next morning, Zavid felt the effects of Triaxis nudging him towards not getting along with Frag, so the group decided to split up for their day around the city. Khan and Frag walked around town, gathering information about strange goings-on, hearing rumors about a group of down-on-their-luck goblins being roughed up by a group of fundamentalist Sarenrae worshippers. Finding where the goblins live was a simple matter, and it quickly became apparent that they attempted to integrate into Absalom's society by accepting Sarenrae, against the dogma of the church. As Khan and Frag helped boost the security of the Crooked Toes goblins' homes, Zavid and Reese walked to Prophet Square, the religious center of Absalom. Within the square were 3 prophets of hugely different deities, each giving rousing sermons to a crowd. Each told truths, but not the entire story. Healing the weave, the need to prepare for war, and a message of unity. Reese quickly paid a printmaker to update the conjunction pamphlets and handed them out as Zavid took to the pedestal. Silence fell over the crowd as his words pulled together people from all walks of life, explaining why the world had gone so crazy as of late. Reuniting with Frag and Khan, Zavid and Reese made their way back to the Goblin tribe. Within the abandoned theater, the Crooked Toes' de facto leader, Velkin, explained that the fundamentalist Sarenites disapproved of their interpretation of their deity's dogma. As this conversation happened, the doors were smashed open as 4 dwarves, armed and armored, marched in with weapons drawn. A short standoff ensued, with the Sarenite forces of Garrus Bluehammer stepping in their tracks by the words of Demirius, Sarenrae's grief himself. With Triaxis' influence temporarily quelled, the Sarenites walked away, guilt in their hearts, and a lesson learned. Frag, having discovered that he could probably do more good here than with Lux Et Umbra, decided to stay back to help out with the Crooked Toes. A feast and a toast was had in Frag's honor as the day ended. That's where we're coming back today. Within the In and Out Inn, where you are currently staying, Frag has decided to stay with the Crooked Toes because they are clearly an up-and-coming people who could use a little help in this day and age. But it's morning the next day, unless there was something very specific any of you wanted to do that night after Frag left.
Not really.
No, we're good.
No? Okay, wait. Then it is morning. Zavid, you are enjoying a small glass of morning wine by the fire. Khan, you're sitting, having your breakfast at the bar, admiring the sketch of you and Frag that's up on the wall from finishing the Orc Challenge. And Reese, as per usual, is just now coming down from bed with bed hair.
Of course he is. Just gonna sit next to Zavid.
Morning.
Yeah, sorry, my voice is kind of like off. I did way too much partying last night.
Yeah, to borrow a line from many books that I've read since coming here, you look like shit.
I feel like
It's like-
shit, honestly.
It's like the go-to line every morning after something like, "Oh, you look like shit." I've read that like 50 times in different books.
Yeah, I think I drank something that like altered my voice, and it should be fine eventually. If anything, it might disguise me in Osirion, so I'm okay with this.
Are you gonna be good at high altitudes? We're gonna be
Oh no, I mean
flying.
no. It's just what I drank. It's definitely not anyone's actually sick. Don't worry.
Okay.
We're good.
By the way, Lumby, can you pull up the map one more time?
Oh,
Because I
yeah,
cannot see
absolutely.
my character. I think I accidentally closed out of it.
No problemo. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are over in the top right. At least I think that's a fireplace. Yeah, sure.
It looks like
fireplace.
it.
Yeah, it's a fireplace.
Looks like there's several of them.
Mhm.
As we're just sort of like sitting there, I'm eating like a morning sausage or something. They've got in Absalom, they've got like newspapers, which is something that didn't know was a thing. So I'm like enraptured in the newspaper of Absalom and seeing like just the weird local news, like next week the festival of the of the Iron Stomach, where you like eat something, just like weird little local traditions and stuff that Zavid finds absolutely fascinating. Like I would enter that. I could probably do really good at that.
There's a small little blurb about a kid who grew an onion that's like 6 feet wide.
Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, what a waste! Should have grown something poisonous or something cool.
I would have poisoned the whole town.
I would not poison the whole town. Just those who deserve it.
Of course.
But sort of just like I'm pointing things out, and then there's like a word scramble, and I'm like, oh hell yes, and I'm pulling out like a pen, and I'm going and doing that.
Reese
As
is
we're,
actually gonna go find the one picture, the one section where it's like, find what's different in this picture, and he's
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
take
take
the
some.
pen.
I take
Yeah.
The funny pages.
Yes.
They've got like the funnies too. So there's like instead of Garfield, it's Sir Garfield or something like that. Just like some
Sir
some
Garf.
Sir Garf.
Sir Garf.
Prithee, hath thou made lasagna? I say to ye, Garfield, no, or nay, I have not. And then
What a
Versus
bummer.
Monday again.
Yes. Yes,
I'm like,
agree.
this lazy cat gets me every time.
Okay, but legitimately, out of character, I did buy a bunch of like fat packs, quote unquote, is what they call them, and they're literally like 3 books of Garfield comics from
I used to have.
those little books.
I've got like 20 of those from when I was a kid. They're literally under my bed.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, those are the best. I just love that Zavid is now canonically like a Garfield stan. It just tickles him. Oh, that lazy cat.
Yeah, he is only because he hasn't seen the masterful fucking one called Calvin and the Ranger Calvin and his Tiger Hobbs, because he would drop Garfield in a hot second once he reads that. They just don't have him here.
They don't have it in Absalom.
Yeah, the Sir Bill Waterson who made it. He's kind of under the radar. He doesn't like the limelight.
He's an up and coming bard.
Yeah.
And Reese likes Snoopy. It's just called Snoopy, and it's about a dog that's a rogue. It's not called Peanuts. It's Snoopy.
Snoopy. I get it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Headcanon.
Yeah. And then Marmaduke is unchanged. That is just the exact same in this world. There's no difference.
Exactly, yeah. And that's Khan's favorite.
Yes.
That Marmaduke. What shenanigans will he get up to this time?
I like how we just as a group like tear through all like the local news and the important events and go straight for the comics.
Actually,
my whole life that has been what I would do with newspapers. It's just like, fuck all this.
Actually, though,
I think it's a
Khans
generational
would
thing.
Khans would like the Flying Circus. That's a comic strip, right? Flying circus?
Family circus.
Family circus.
Flying circus is Monty Python.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think Khan gets disappointed when it's not about an actual circus.
Family Circus is the most disappointing comic. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's just like family values, very nuclear family stuff.
Yeah,
That's just like
very
okay.
50s Stepford.
Yeah, it is very much that. But once I see that everyone's like up and eating and everything, I'll like fold the paper. Except I'm gonna take. I haven't finished the crossword, so I take that out. I'm gonna stuff that in my jacket, and I'll put the paper back like I didn't fuck with it, and be like, "Well, everyone, it is the day of our departure. Are we ready to get the hell out of this amazing city that I definitely want to come back to?"
I mean, yeah, we should take another vacation when this is all done.
Yeah, I'm.
That would be
we gotta
nice.
get those cheese upgrades for you.
Yes, we do. Let's get going, since we don't want to reach the desert before. We want to reach the desert before nightfall.
That's a good idea.
All right. So, which direction are you headed? You headed like to the harbor? Or are you headed outside of town? Where are you going to do this?
Well, I think I want to, based on the geography of the Inner Sea region, I think the closest we could get, wouldn't that be like Pilot Island or Flotsam Graveyard? Maybe the closest, like physically on land we could get before we like did something like that.
Probably, yeah. I would, yeah, probably the Flotsam Graveyard or over at the shoreline, perhaps. Yeah, Starwatch Keep is probably, you might, or rather Fort Tempest, you would know it has a lot of guards, so being close to Fort Tempest would probably be more likely you'd get spotted.
I think we'd take a dinghy out to the Flotsam Graveyard, because that seems like those two islands there are kind of just, if there's anyone inhabiting them, they're kind of, this is the boonies of Absalom.
Mm-hmm.
So
everyone who wants to give me a society check in the tower to see if you can either know or figure out from locals what would be there at the Flotsam Graveyard, because you would have this map, or even in Absalom you'd be able to go and find a touristy, like one of those tourist kiosks, and buy a little map of the city. So if that's what you have on here. And if yep, all right, I can see you coughing, you're good. Once Reese's society comes in, I will tell you what you find. There it comes. Okay. Yeah, you're able to find that the Flotsam Graveyard is not inhabited by pretty much anybody. It's just a little beach island where a lot of the detritus from passing ships happens to gravitate, because it's a very busy harbor. So there's a lot of trash in the water, even though they try to clean up as best they can. But with the currents and the eddies, the way they are in this little bay, most of that trash tends to gravitate towards Flotsam Graveyard on that little island. So it's kind of trash covered, but it's not like inhabited.
I imagine this is probably where some scalpers and scavengers go to work. Like they comb through what's there, and then they take the good shit back.
Absolutely.
Well, we're here pretty early, or at least we're getting a boat pretty early. So
yeah,
hopefully we can leave before drawing any attention to ourselves. Though I don't honestly, the city's so busy. I doubt we would, regardless. Right. Would be so far away from like the main population centers. Anybody who was on the island that said, I saw 3 people get on undead mounts and then fly into the sky, they'd be like, yeah, okay, you need to stop. Get off the bottle, right?
Exactly.
Those don't exist here.
What, the bottle?
No, the undead mounts.
Ah, yes.
But that's what I would plan on doing. Okay. Do we have any issues getting to the sandbar?
No, there would not be much issue with that, because as you said, there are a lot of dinghies around town, private and private businesses that rent out the little, the pedal boats that are like geese that you can see in romance movies sometimes. So yeah, you're able to relatively quickly find a seaside business that's just sort of like just a person who happens to own a couple of these little boats, and they're two-person boats, so pedal boats. So you're able to you can rent two for a negligible amount of money.
Can I have one of you roleplay that real quick? I gotta take care of my cat real quick.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hello. Welcome to the wharf. What can I do for you today?
We need a pedal boat that fits, 3 people if possible, but, you know.
Oh, 3? Let me see what I got in the back here.
And the shortish human man, short rotund man, goes around and he looks through a couple of his boats and he says,
I think I might have a third one here. Sorry.
and he pulls out a boat that is, again, it's just a regular 2-person paddle boat, and then he finds essentially as a sidecar. You've seen on motorcycles when like they have a sidecar that's for a little kid. It's just like basically a pod that connects to the side of the motorcycle.
Yeah, I got I mean, you're not that tall.
Looking at Khan, he says, I think you might be able to fit in the pod here. And then he puts it on the side, connects it to the boat.
Oh, you have your own section. That's so cool. I have to sit next to Zavid. Like, he's really oily today.
Always.
Lucky.
Yeah, so this for the day. How long is yous gonna be out with these?
Oh, not too long. We're just gonna take a stroll around. Like, I don't know, 20 minutes, hour, however.
Oh, great. All right. So we got you set up with the pedal car, with the sidecar. That'll be 2 gold fitty.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Here you go. And Reese takes it out of his pouch.
Happy doing business with yous. Have a great time. But be careful. Don't get too far out into the waves.
Yeah, of course. We'll be fine.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Have a great time now.
Khan is caught off guard. He sounds just like her papa.
Yeah, he does have a similar accent to your father, because you are from, where did I have it? Almas, the city of Almas, which is just a tunnel jump away from Absalom. So it's entirely possible that this guy emigrated from Almas to live here in Absalom. And in fact, that would be pretty much what you would expect with this guy sounding the way he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fantasy New York.
Yeah, this guy's clearly from fantasy New York, like your dad. And yeah, you pick up on that pretty quick. He doesn't sound like anyone else who has been in this area. You're back. Sweet. So they were able to get Shane, they were able to find a vendor who had little pedal boats. You know how in like romance movies they always have like a duck head and it's 2 people who pedal them. But he found one that had a sidecar pod, like for a motorcycle with a sidecar, a little pod. So Khan has her own little pod section in this little 2-person pedal boat. He warns you to not go too far out to sea, but that it'd be good for an hour or so riding around the bay.
It's
fantastic.
Yeah.
So we pedal our little legs off, in sync, just going. I think Zavid, if you would have had him at level 2 doing this, he would have got winded after about 5 minutes. But after all the adventuring, the level ups that we have gotten, he's got stamina where he hasn't before. He surprises himself, like he's able to kind of keep pedaling. Like he doesn't remember when he suddenly became this physically fit. Like he's not really sure how that happened. But I mean, that's what happens when you're an adventurer. You sort of just develop that shit.
Yeah.
When we get to the sandbar, we'll walk to the other side of it, and I'm just gonna hope that guy will come and pick up his boat at some point.
Okay. I just have the fun. Okay, go ahead, sir.
But in the meantime, when I can see that there's really nobody watching us, I summon Rot Trot.
Okay.
And then I also summon 2 other mounts, but they're not horses.
Oh.
No. One is in the form of Arwen, and one is in the form of Ares. They're not Arwen and Ares. They just superficially look like them. Sorry I didn't tell you this beforehand, Lumby. If you've got undead
good.
horses,
I do.
that's okay. I
love
thought
that.
Phantom Steed doesn't have to be a horse, so I just figured why not just have them look kind of unique and cool, and I'll just let you guys pick which ones you like as I hop onto Rot Trot.
No, I think that's rad as hell. So I'll just show Rot Trot then to give you all an idea of what this looks like. Explain what Rot Trot used to look. Oh, I know. I have a picture of what Rot Trot used to look like.
Yeah.
Hold it up. So I think Reese is away from keyboard, but Khan,
Yes.
you've seen Rot Trot many times. You helped Zavid with the ritual to that, because this was originally just a dead horse on the ground, and Zavid did a ritual, and you helped, and it gave it life. Normally, his raised dead is a very temporary thing, but you all helped actually breathe some form of spirit and soul into this thing. And originally, Rot Trot looked like this, just very much a rotting horse. But
What
the
a
thing
good
you see
name.
before you, yeah, right. But the creature you see before you is obviously the result of his growth in necromancy and power. Armored
Whoa.
top to bottom, with
Whoa.
spikes and black and red, with skulls draped off the saddle. Rot Trot stands before you, a true vision of Cabriri's power.
Oh,
As
what
I
a
summoned him,
handsome
I'm like,
baby.
is the bat wings too much? I feel like I put a few too many bat wings into the design, but
No, not enough, honestly.
all right. I should have just gave him straight up wings.
I was
know, it's,
thinking that. It's okay.
I
If
hop
anything,
on and he
just put them
starts
on
to
the
walk.
skulls.
He walks into the air, and I say, "These mounts can fly, by the way." And I point to the other 2 don't have barding like this because they're just straight up phantom steeds. But there is one that looks similar to Arwen and one that looks similar to Ares, like a wolf and a panther. And you each can choose which one you'd like to ride.
You know what? I'll let Khan choose. Reese isn't picky.
We knew that.
Thanks. Though I did get upset that I wasn't called a slut, so it's okay.
I'll go with R1.
I do not have pictures of those. I would have, but that's still awesome. So,
That's okay.
Not a problem. So did that show up on the map there? The 3 of them? Awesome.
Yes.
Cool.
These are sweet.
These are so cute.
Thank you. I worked on these the other night. So yes, before you appears these 2 skeletal. Well, are they skeletal? Are they rotting? Are they translucent spirits?
They
How do
are
look?
so the one, my Rot Trot is the only one that is special, like corporeal, and can be summoned with the spell. Rot Trot doesn't like disappear. Rot Trot is literally wherever Rot Trot is in the world is summoned to me when I cast the spell. Meaning Rot Trot can still be destroyed and the spell can bring him back. But I don't know if there's a material component. I would just have to like do a thing to bring him back.
It would be a ritual.
Yeah. The other 2 are regular phantom seeds. So they are more translucent, but they can take on whatever form. They can look like they've got bard and they can look like whatever. So I said Arwen and Ares because I thought it'd be cool, but literally if you sit on them, if you want to change their appearance, you are allowed to make it like a giant rat for Khan if you want.
That's
Like
true.
a giant flying rat that skitters through the air, or some other cool beast creature that you think would be a cool fit for you.
Honestly, I think the wolf works really well for, Actually, no. You know what I'm gonna do? Fuck you, Dad. I'm gonna be an owl. Like a giant rotting owl. Like a barn owl.
Giant owl.
Yeah. So kind of imagine, like, the, owl that Jareth can turn into in Labyrinth. So that.
Perfect.
Cool. Khan, what about you? What form does your phantom steed take?
Bowie, come here.
A bit like a mole based on like the designs that I've seen. It's not like a mechanical mole that's meant to dig, but I don't know. Con has that in her mind, so it's just like I don't
But
know,
it
a
flies?
regular mole but big. Yeah.
Oh my god, I just
Digs
found the
through the
best art
air.
in the world. Hold up.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're gonna like
here.
that. Hold up, give
No,
me
it's
20 seconds.
I like the
Oh,
idea
Juno.
of a giant rat with a rat folk with another little rat on your head.
Yeah.
So it's
Rat,
3
unrat,
rats.
unrat, unrat.
Yeah, it's rats all the way down.
I
Okay. Got that. I've almost got it. 1 second. Okay.
It's just the mole from Thumbelina. Marry
Okay.
the mole.
So let me get rid of 2 of these horses. So trash, and I can go like, come on,
Ooh.
owl.
Hi.
and
Oh, you're
Yeah.
getting a cat too?
I got a cat meowing at me right now.
Aw, yep.
She wants attention.
Come here.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, so what you do see is, oh, and I need the owl. I want to show the owl one first.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Yeah, I found good art. So what
Ooh.
you see before you is a massive white owl with a red mark in between,
Oh no.
and its claws are quite massive. What?
Oh, okay, we're good. My
What?
video
Are we good?
stuttered. Yeah, my video stuttered.
Oh, okay. We're good. Okay, sweet.
Okay, cool.
So that is when you climb atop the wolf or the wolf there, Reese. In your brain, before you even have a chance to think about it, it reacts to your thought and it changes to that massive owl. And Khan, seeing that, you climb up onto yours, and it transforms itself into a big
Yeah.
armored riding mole.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
So
Hello,
those
Peanut.
are your mounts. I
So
love that so
good.
much.
You found art really fast, dang.
Fastest Google in the West.
Mm-hmm. Trying to shut that off.
I gave in and I let the cat get up on my lap.
Oh wait, wrong ones. Con goes on that one.
Mine's
goes
just
on that.
meowing
Okay,
in the hall.
so now you have your mounts. These magnificent,
I'm weak.
very different looking magical mounts. What do you do from here? Oh, it's the cat.
Yep.
I'm shocked, honestly, Bowie isn't here.
So hi. So I look to you all and I say, we have these mounts for 8 hours. They can water walk, they can air walk, they can fly. Flying is fastest. Let's go. And I kick Trot, who then starts to gallop into the air at 80 feet per stride. They are fast. And if for whatever reason they were to fall and land in the water, they have water walk. They do not sink. As long as you're on them, you do not sink. I also have water walk prepared, so if any of us need it, we can have it. I basically let you all know, like, let's just, if we go straight to Osirion, we can get there before the spell ends because of how fast these things are.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we just go for it.
All right, so
Yeah.
you take off. The sea beneath your feet quickly, and Absalom quickly fading behind you. I'm just setting up this map really quick with the new numbers, or the new mounts,
I gotta get
because I love
gotta get
this.
some music playing for this.
Oh, absolutely.
We're
Of
traveling.
course, there you are.
Peanut.
We're
God.
There.
soaring,
Okay.
flying.
So I will do my best to keep the graphics moved with you all as I can. You all are free to close that beach map now. As I'm sure you notice, your tokens are gone.
Mhm.
Hi.
So you take off, knowing that you need to basically go straight southwest until you hit Osirion. You are over the water once again. I put you over in the top right there of the screen.
Hello,
Um,
lovely friend.
Yes, this is actually
I
a different
love
one.
it.
Yeah, I felt like this one was a little nicer.
Oh, now it's moving. It wasn't moving at first. It was just still.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, but now it's starting to wiggle.
Sweet, sweet. So again, you know you need to go southwest is essentially what's going on here.
Mhm.
And very quickly, Absalom and Isle of Kortos disappears behind you on the horizon. And you have kind of a moment here to, talk amongst yourselves, plan out your plan of attack for when you actually get to Osirion, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
When you left, did you leave on bad terms with your dad?
I mean, the last thing he said to me basically was, "You want to leave so badly? Then solve my labyrinth." And I left. So, how he feels about me now that I've actually solved his labyrinth, and it's been quite a few years later, who knows if he's still upset at me? I don't know. You know how you fight with your parents.
No, I don't actually.
Oh. Well, I mean, my dad's a dickbag, I'm not gonna lie. Look. But I think you just gotta, like, beware of his cockiness and, like, he just stroke his ego, and I wish there was better words to say other than that, but, yeah, his ego is pretty much the key to getting him to do just about anything or impress him.
Is it possible that he's still searching for you? Like when we touch down, are there going to be "Bring my son back" posters?
You know what? I haven't even considered that. We're gonna find out, though. I don't think he's concerned more so than impressed that I left, but do I have a bounty on me? That's questionable.
All right, as you're having this conversation, you're
Mhm.
flying through the air, kind of, how high up are you? That's one question I should know.
I think we would be relatively high up. Not close to the waves. I don't want a killer whale. I'm afraid of real just orcas, not fantasy animals, just an orca coming up and nipping us and taking us down.
Okay.
So I would be about 150, I think. Pretty high up.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Essentially, for no reason whatsoever at all in the world, place yourselves wherever you want on this map.
Okay.
For absolutely no reason.
I cannot move the mount, I don't
Yeah,
think,
I'll
so...
move them. I'll move them for you, because they are just graphics. Just place yourselves where you want, and I will. I had little icons, but I want these mount icons more. So
Reese is gonna actually, you know what? He's gonna be more so in the front because he knows where he's going.
okay, that is true. Reese does know where he's going. And this is Rot Trot here, and Con is up there. Okay.
Yep.
Boop de boop. Great. So you're kind of flying around, and would everyone give me perception checks in the tower, please?
Of course.
For no
yes,
reason in
you know?
particular.
For no reason at all.
No reason.
This is not, it's not, don't even worry about it. It's not going to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
important.
Don't worry
It's
at
not
all.
coming
Of course
back.
It's not important at all. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Zavid, that checks out. You're always the paranoid one of the group. Always looking around, keeping your head on a swivel, that kind of thing. You see something coming at you from kind of above and in front of you. Two kind of flying things coming down at you. And let me unhide them. They're that one and that one. Where is it? And as they get close, you see that they are a winged creature, but they also, on their back, have a rider holding a very long spear. Please roll initiative.
That's cool.
I like it.
We don't, okay, so we didn't use our perception here as initiative?
Perception, please. Oh, you can. That's right. We'll put those in. Good call. Good call. Where you're at the bottom of the thing. Con got a.
Eh. Shit.
And then
Oh, wait, we could
got
use our perception.
38.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine. Your other one was better. I'll just give it to you.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah.
These folks are awesome. Do we have to fight? They're pretty chill.
Yes. This will be interesting. I'm interested to see what happens here. So, yes, they are winged creatures that look. They're coming in hot, coming in fast. And these two people have spears out. And in the picture, you can't see it, but they have chains attached to the back of the spear. So it's more like a harpoon than a spear.
Okay.
But they're coming in hot and fast from your west, directly in front of you. However, from right near you, Con, there's one behind you that appears and swoops in to here with a single movement right next to you. And this creature it kind of jabs it a little with its spear in the neck back here, and you see a little spark kind of shock the creature, and it opens its mouth and releases a huge cloud of smoke directly on you, Con. Yeah, it is here. So I need you to make me a fortitude save, please.
This guy got emphysema? What the fuck?
DC
God,
30.
secondhand
It's the
smoke
flying
kills.
creature. Oh.
I'm gonna hero point that
You
pretty
hero point that?
please.
Go ahead. Fantastic.
Or is it funnier if I don't?
It's not funnier.
No,
No.
it's not. Not yet.
Anyways. Hero point. No
Okay.
more hero point.
Whoa. Oh my god.
It's destiny, it's destiny.
It's
Tell
destiny.
me what happens.
All right. So you're gonna take 8d10 poison damage, and you are blind for a minute.
Oh god.
6, 7, 8.
What sound do you make as this happens to you?
Yeah. Take
Horrible coughing noises.
40 poison damage, Con. There you go.
Jesus.
If you need horrible
And-
coughing noises, give me a few minutes.
Right. And
You
Con,
know,
you are blind for a minute.
You know, for someone whose name is Khan, your constitution isn't saving you here.
No, it isn't. And it's not
Mhm.
even bad. I have 18 constitution.
That
Yeah,
was just
that's really
two nat
good.
ones. That was just really bad. That was its whole thing. So Zavid, you are now up. You saw this thing swoop in and blow a bunch of smoke on Con. She's coughing her guts out, and there's two more coming hot from the west.
Yeah. I think. Can I make a knowledge check on these to see if I
Yes.
know anything about them?
The creatures
oh my
or the
god, I'm
riders?
dumb.
I would say the riders more than the creatures. I want to know what they are.
Okay. Give me a religion check.
Hey,
In the
so I
town.
realized something. Because I'm producing, everybody heard my ugly coughs on stream.
You realize, because you saw this thing attack Con, you saw it reach out with that spear, that harpoon, and just shock the creature it's riding, which I don't think you know what those creatures are. But as it reached forward and stretched, its sleeve rolled up a little bit, and you saw that it's bones.
So,
They're clearly skeletons.
oof. So I realized something.
But
I'm producing, right?
Mhm.
You guys didn't hear my cough, but stream did.
oh no.
Because, they do not sound too good. Are they going to be alright was a comment that was said
whoops.
earlier. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. You guys aren't getting my tiny coughing yet. It just hit me now. They heard
Whoops.
it.
Well, just
Sorry
mute yourself
for the
proper.
pod.
As a 5th level spell, I am going to cast Bind Undead on Dracolisk Raider number 1.
Ooh.
The one that just hit
Alright.
Khan.
Cool. Yeah. What does that do?
Oh, I was hoping you'd have it up.
I can find it.
Yeah,
let's see,
I think
spells.
they become my minion.
That sounds
uh,
correct.
But if they're we home ruled it that if they are intelligent, there's like they get a
Mhm.
special
That's
extra
right.
save or something.
These are mindless. So target one mindless undead creature with a level no greater than bind undead spell level. The Dracolisk Raider itself is, I'm counting it as one creature. The creature and the rider. I guess I just said it. Whatever, doesn't matter. It's a Dracolisk. I'm counting them as one creature, but the rider itself is lower leveled than the creature as a whole. So yeah, I'll say that works.
Yeah, just the rider, and then I want to command it to attack the other rider that is coming at us.
Okay, it will do so on its turn. It doesn't get a save.
Right. And then, as that's, I think I have one action left. I think I'm going to, I don't think I have enough action economy to like do anything with, like I can't get Khan out of there. But what I can do is move over, I think here. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of close this gap, and then I'm gonna call to Khan to head towards my voice so that I could on my next turn do something to help her out.
Awesome. So that'll work on that first guy. So after that, coming in, sweeping from the north, is another. So it's going to be moving 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 80 to here. 2 movements to here. And Zavid, it's going to throw its harpoon at you.
You will try.
It will try. Oh, and it will crit.
You will crit.
Whoop.
It will hurt.
You take 26 damage. And
Cool.
For its last action, it is going to use, what did I call it? Harpoon. When the raider lands a harpoon strike, it may use an action to attempt to stick the harpoon deep into the target's body. So I need a 28 fortitude save from you, please.
All right, fortitude. Let's go. How about I hero point that?
3.
I don't want to
nat
be
1
stuck. I
fortitude
don't want to
save.
be stuck with a harpoon. There we go.
That was almost a 2.
I saw.
That is a regular success. So the harpoon does not find purchase and falls out, but it deals an extra 1d8 persistent bleed. So it's not stuck in you, but you're going to be taking.
It ripped me.
Yeah, sure did. It ripped you. 1d6 bleed. That is its whole turn. And from behind, you are uninvisible. Comes another flying in. That's 1 action, 2 actions, and it's going to try and harpoon at Reese.
Oh, of course.
Well, that was going to critically miss, so that's its turn. And same exact thing happening. A third one coming in from the southeast. 1, 2, and it's going to harpoon at Reese. Critically miss. Cool. I rolled 2
Quicker
2s.
than that.
Reese, now you're up.
Perfect.
I like how we're all like dying over here. We're like, we're happy for you. Calling on blood.
So I think what Roots is actually gonna do is that smoke still up?
Yes.
So I'm gonna
If you go in it, you'll have to make a save.
I'll try to make the save, but
Okay.
I wanna go in it and then try to pop out so then I could sneak attack on the rider.
Oh, okay. Sure. Because
Yeah.
it would make you invisible for a second. Yeah,
Yep.
all right. Actually, no, that's totally fine. Yeah, you can definitely do that. So let me give him flat-footed. So go ahead and move yourself, and I'll move your mount under you. That's
wait,
Reese,
that's Zavid.
Zavid.
Oh no! Oh no! Hold on. Oh, heck. Sorry, Zavid. You're not here.
There he is.
You're over there. I'm right here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and you have 80 feet of fly speed, you guys, just so you know.
Shoot. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just get right here. I'm
He
still
cast
in the mist.
3. Zavid used 3 6th level spell slots.
Jesus
So-
Christ, Zavid.
All right, so first you need to make a fortitude save, DC 28.
Okay. So fortitude. Public.
Yep.
I'm fine.
That'll do. So it's a regular success, not a critical. Let me see if there's something. So you're going to take half damage, which
That's
is
fine.
2d10. So 2d10. You take 7 damage. So
Okay.
there you go. Not bad. You're not blinded because you succeeded on your saving throw. That guy needs to be flat-footed. There you go.
All right, perfect. So I am going to make him my
Your
hunted prey.
Okay.
Target. So target him, and then I know you messaged me yesterday about how things
how this
are
works.
different. So can you verbally walk through?
Sure. Under your actions tab, scroll down to hunt prey.
Yep.
Click on the little magnifying glass. It's the first one and the third one that matter. Or no, I guess just the first one. Hunt prey, skill, circumstance, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And then the second one, hunt prey, designated target.
Okay.
That one's more important. And then do the same thing for Hunter's Edge Precision. Click the little magnifier, and then click the little buff there. Okay. That should...
now it's working.
Now it should work.
Perfect. All right, so that is what I'm going to do, and I don't have to worry about making sneak attack or surprise attack, anything, because it's already flat-footed.
Yep.
So, with that, I'm going to, of course, also do the wog. So.
Oh yeah, sure. So 2 attacks.
I'm gonna do 2 attacks, with that, and then I'm going to start with, safe Hackett and go in with the longbow.
Oh, okay. So you're going to shoot him point blank range with the bow? Cool.
Yep.
Or I guess you're 10 feet away, so yeah, you don't take a minus. So go ahead and roll those attacks. Ooh, that's a good one. So roll your damage on that. Hopefully there will be a D8 and a D6 on this that we see. Should be 3D8 plus 1D6 is what we should be seeing.
Oh, yeah.
3D8, 1D6. Yep, it's working now. Okay. So now you can roll your second attack.
Yep. And is that at the highest attack still?
It is.
Okay.
Still a hit, so roll again. That one should not have the D8, the second D8.
That's fine.
Yeah, that works right. Sweet. Awesome. So a total, I fixed it. So you do a total of 29 damage to this thing with your 2 arrows back to back. So that was 1, 2. You still have 1 action left.
Yeah. And you know what? Let's just go in for number 3, and I'll do it with my middle one.
No, it's the bottom one.
Bottom one?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, never mind.
Yeah.
Screw that. I'm gonna take one of my daggers then, and just throw it at him.
That'll still be at your modus -1.
Oh, really? Okay, hold it. Well,
any strike will be at your
that's not too bad anyway. That's like my second highest next to my short sword, and I'm not throwing that. Daggers are daggers. Oh, shoot. Nope.
Plus, you'd probably be just throwing it in the ocean.
Yeah. I'm gonna hero point.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try that again.
So you need a 17 to hit. Yeah, that would have been a miss.
Yeah, that would have been a miss.
You needed a 17, so
okay, it's fine.
Hurl your dagger into the sea. That's the end of your turn. This raider now.
Oh, before you go on, I wanted to mention something. I have a feat that I got this past level called Necromancer's Visage, where I have a permanent sanctuary spell on me for any undead that attempts to harm me. And a dead just did. They have to make wisdom saves.
Okay, cool. I didn't know
will saves. So
will saves.
against my spell DC, which I think is 31. So we can just say that he made his save that turn if you want.
And we'll go going
forward. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, all right, good to know. So it is now which one's turn? This one, number 4. Okay, so it's gonna fly in at 80, and what it's gonna do from here is it's going to do its breath as well, but it's not doing it directly at you, Zavid. it is blowing it in front of it like this in your path. So it's like blocking you in right here. So you don't need to make a save unless you go into it, but there is now that large billowing coughing smoke in front of you. That brings it to Con.
Ooh, I am blinded, yes?
Yes. So if you
Now-
attack, you're at like a 50% miss chance, I think.
Is she blinded because of the smoke screen, or is she blinded because of a toxin effect that's going on?
It's because she critically failed her save within the effect. So it's like it's in her eyes and she can't get it out. She's gonna be blind for a minute unless you can like have a restoration spell or whatever.
I call you to me on my turn, like, follow my voice.
You got it! I'm gonna try to, steer the mole towards wherever Zavid is yelling from.
Hey, it's a mole. I should be really good at not seeing.
Yeah, it should be blind. It should be kind of blind. So let's say you can go to like here to get out of it.
Yeah.
That'll be fine. So there's an action, or you can keep going. You have up to 80-foot movement speed.
But Zavid was like over here, and I'm going over here.
Okay.
If you, I'll guide you with my voice, like, all right, a little closer, a little closer. There's like a bump. I'll be like, hold on, too close. lift up, and like try to get to where she's within touch range of me.
Yeah, so I could probably spend my turn just trying to get as close to Zavid as possible.
Sure, that works for me. Let's see. There we go. So I'll put you like here, and we can say you're like within melee or within touch range.
Yeah.
Cool, that works for me. Spending
Okay.
your whole turn to get in this. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And then lastly, number 6 comes a swooping into here and actually does the same thing again that the one on the previous turn just did, releasing its breath smoke right in front of you guys here. There we are. They seem to be trying to block you in, is what you're getting the sense. Top of the round. Number 1. This one just got attacked. It didn't like that very much.
Dracolisk Raider number 1, the one that I bounded.
Oh, that's right. You did. You bound it. That's right. What does it
I told
do?
it to attack this one here, 4.
4? You got it. So it's going to swoop over here and then hurl its harpoon. Let's see, can I do anything better? No, it's just going to hurl its harpoon at this guy. You're totally right. So I'm going to actually make him neutral. That'll remind me. So he misses with the first, and he'll try again. Me too. Harpoon probably miss, but let's see. Hey, hit on that one. Okay, but it doesn't get to try and stick it with the harpoon because it didn't have the action economy. Zavid, you're up.
I used 2 actions to cast Restore Senses to Khan, which counteracts a single effect imposing the blinded or deafened conditions on the target, restoring its vision or hearing. This can counteract both temporary magic and permanent consequences of magic, but it won't cure someone who does not have the sense due to some natural state or effect such as from birth or from a non-magical wound or toxin. Is this a toxin effect? I'll cast a different spell if it is.
No, it's a poison technically.
Okay.
Or I guess
so
that is toxin, isn't it?
in that case, I will then use Restoration. So they have stages. Does this have stages?
No.
Then what do you...
I'll say if you spend the spell slot, it's fine. It'll just get rid of it.
Restore senses, restore sight. You now
Okay.
can see.
Just describe what your magic looks like, and we'll say it works.
She's kind of, there's tears on her eyes, and there's just sort of this like, I imagine that the poison breath has a certain color, like the residue has stuck to her like fur on her face, and she's like trying to wipe it off. I use my magic to like almost like a face peel, pull it right off of her face, and then I throw it into the ocean underneath me, and I'm like, keep your wits about you.
Oh my God.
And then so it's just like yanked off of your face so that you can see again. With the last action, I think you're in touch range. I'm going to cast Undeath's Blessing on you. So now you will be treated as an undead when I do my harm spells, and that'll be my turn.
Yay, thank you.
Awesome.
No problem.
You take some 2 bleed damage, and you fail the check. So where you got struck by that harpoon, you're still kind of bleeding.
No
Number
biggie.
Number 5 is that one? Yes. Okay. So what is the whole Necromancer's Visage thing? This is extremely important for this fight.
It is a sanctuary. So basically, each time an undead creature 2 or more levels lower than me, which, I mean, if my Bind
They
the
are.
Undead of 5 was able to get them, then
They
they are
are.
definitely. They must attempt a will save against my spell DC, which is 31. If I'm also affected by a sanctuary, I pick which one to do. So it's just this for now. If they critically succeed, they are just immune. If they succeed, they can attempt to attack me, and they can attempt an attack and any other attacks against me that turn. If they fail, they can't attack me and they waste the action, and they can't attempt further attacks against me this turn. And if they critically fail, they waste the action and can't attempt to attack me as long as I have my Necromancer's Visage. And it goes away if I do a harmful effect to one of them. So for that one, for example, that attacked me, if I attack it, then my Necromancer's Visage just is gone for them.
Does it still go away if you attack any of them? It goes away for all of them if you attack any of them?
It goes away for the respective undead if I attack that respective undead.
Okay, I gotcha. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. And you said your DC's 31?
Yes.
21 critically fails on the nose. So it raises its harpoon and just, for some reason, it can't bring itself to throw it. So what it does instead is it flies around to here to Harry Khan, get in the way, and is going to attempt to throw at Khan, but it still gets its maximum because it didn't attack. And critically fail. The harpoon, it's very distracted by Zavid's visage here. It's like enamored, and it hurls its harpoon at you, Khan, but it goes wide and then pulls it back with the chain.
I did not know I was going to be getting any mileage on this feat. I'm so happy it's seeing use. It's a 12th level feat. It's like you gotta wait a long time before you can even get this.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So yeah, all right. This one is going to fly up to here, right behind you two, and it's going to need to make a will save because it's going to try to attack you. So I will make it do that first, and I need to give it a negative modifier because it's just the undead. It's not the entire creature. Oh, yeah. This is a weird situation because, like I said, I made them one enemy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's it saves? There it is. Will save. Okay, here it goes. Another critical failure. Okay. It can't. So it's going to throw its harpoon. Or no, it's going to use petrifying gaze on Khan. Or wait, you said it wastes action?
It wastes its action, yeah.
Fuck. Okay, that's all it can do then. That's all it can do. This one is gonna fly up right behind you. It's gonna attempt a will save.
Remember, if it critically fails, for the rest of the combat, they just can't attack me at all.
So 2 of them cannot attack you now.
Yeah.
So this one's gonna try. Yes, got it. Okay. So this one, number 3, it spies on your back that long piece of metal. It notices how shiny that is. And it's going to try to disarm you. So let me see, where is its athletics? What is your let's see, is it fortitude?
For what exactly?
I'm looking up disarm real fast. Disarm.
I don't
Versus
know.
your reflex. What's your reflex DC?
My reflex DC, is that just whatever it is plus 10?
Mm-hmm. Your bonus plus 10.
31.
31, huh? Okay. 42. This Dracolisk Raider snatches the Jezatiel staff that you have on your back, and it flies away.
Oh, I see.
That's the end of its turn. remember the staff given to you by Danny's
Oh, I know.
fiance,
Oh, I
Bruce?
know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
of the staff.
Reese, you're up.
Okay, so, do I still have to make a save since I'm in that smoke, or am I fine?
No, as long as you move.
As long as I move, I'm fine?
Yep.
Excellent. And I can see everything going around?
Yes.
Excellent. Alright, so, let's see. That one that's all the way at the far end, number 3, is that far enough for my longbow to hit? Or is that too far?
Which one?
Number
Your longbow is
3.
120 feet.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many feet that is.
6, 5, 1. Oh, that one way down there.
Yeah.
That's 55 feet. Yeah, you can totally.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna go and snipe that one. And do
Go
the
for it.
hunted prey thing for that one. I'm gonna switch my hunted prey, basically.
Yeah, that'll definitely help you in this because actually there's a part of your hunted prey that it's never come in handy, but it just
Ooh.
might here.
Let's go.
It's the hunt prey. The first one, hunt prey skill +2 circumstance perception survival.
Mhm.
If something is your hunted prey, you get a +2 bonus to track it. And this thing is trying to
Ooh.
run from you. So that'll be
Awesome.
really helpful. Yeah, so give it, yep, you're doing it. Hunt prey designated target. Yep, perfect.
Okay.
And then you also get your hunter's edge precision because first
I
attack
did that one.
per round. Oh, you did great.
If I
So
did
yeah,
all
go ahead
3.
and roll your attack.
Excellent. Now I'm starting to shout.
Oh, that's 155 feet. I'm sorry, you'll have to move a little. You'll have to move 35 feet closer, but you have 80 feet of movement speed, so you can totally do that.
Alright,
I didn't see the one at first.
Where is, right about, oh god, 90.
That's definitely within range. 90, 105.
105, sorry. Sorry, Con. BRB. Just a 125. What the
No,
heck?
120 is your range. There you go.
Okay.
Somewhere right in there.
Yeah, somewhere right in there.
Yeah, that'll do.
So kind of like hiding behind, trying to hide behind Savid a little bit, but still launch at him.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Should roll that attack.
Okay. Ha!
Woohoo! Good shot. Good shot.
Whew. Yeah, Reese is feeling good. Let's do that
Yeah.
that piercing damage.
Yeah, let's see that damage.
All right. Roll that
Technically, this could be a. Yeah, I love that. This could be one of your flurries. So
Yeah.
roll another at your maximum.
I'm absolutely going to.
39 damage. That was a good shot. Nice. Another hit. Another solid hit. So let's see the damage on that. And you still not nearly as much, but still good. And you still have one action remaining.
I'm gonna just use my longbow with the other one and just.
Okay, that's at the very
lowest.
last. Yeah.
Eh,
Last one goes way wide and plonks into the sea.
That's
But you
okay.
you nailed this creature as it's flying away, and
hell
it's
yeah.
now your it's your hunted prey, which means you've got a bead on it.
Good.
End of your turn. Number 4, Zavid. What is Oh, it just keeps attacking its enemies or whatever, or your enemies.
Yeah, my last command was attack Raider 4, so it's gonna keep going.
All right, yeah, it's going to do exactly that. It'll fly over here first. Give it a good old harpoon. That's a good hit. Yep, not a crit, but it was almost a crit off by 1. Decent damage, does 15, and then it is going to use its harpoon action, so it needs to force it to make a save. So that's number 4. Where are you? 4, 5. Where are you, number 4? Oh, I'm wrong. This is number 4. It's gonna fly in. Yes, my mistake. And fly to here, and it's going to just throw its harpoon at one of you. 1, 2 is going to be Con. 2, 3 will be Reese, or I'm just rolling randomly. It'll be
Go
Con.
for it.
Yeah, Con, you're getting a harpoon thrown at you. Whew, that was a roller coaster. It was like 1, 19, 3. So it missed. And it is going to try it one more time at you.
This is the bad guy one.
No, it's the one that just flew in, number 4, man.
Got it.
It hit. There we go. Con takes a little damage, and Con, you're up. You can now see.
Yay! Which one did Reese hit with his bow?
3.
Far south, number 3, the one that stole Zavid's staff.
Okay, very far south. Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go up to rider number 5. So an action to close distance, and then I'm gonna make an attack.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Actions. Control click. And let's get ya.
That'll do. 34 hits. It's always funny seeing the difference between your normal hits and your crits with sneak attack. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you have one action
I'm going to
left.
give it flat-footed with my
Hell yeah.
debilitation.
Yes, you could definitely do that. So, flat-footed, check it and see. There we go.
Yeah. And then for my last action, I'll just do a second attack. So
Oh, sweet. Yep, go ahead.
hopefully I'll proc that sneak attack.
Oh, it did!
Hell yeah.
So you hit. There it is. Ooh, 2 6s and 3 5s. Nice.
Ooh, pretty.
So Khan coming in with, let's see, 51 damage to this thing right off the
Yeah.
bat.
Oh my
One-
God.
And I'll use my debilitation for another 2d6 precision damage.
Nice.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Ooh, maximum debilitation damage. That's number 5.
Go
Where are you?
Con.
There it is. So that's a number 12. Another 12? Jeez. It is now bloodied. You see it bleeding from that wound that you just gave it.
But they're skeletons, right?
Oh, that's right. It is not bleeding. Yes, it's
It's
skeletons.
oozing-
It's not. Bones are falling off. Of
Yeah.
it. You are correct. It's not bleeding at all. It's
A
skeletons.
few of the ribs go.
Yeah, a few of the ribs go.
See, this is what I'm saying. My most powerful spell is pointing Khan at my enemies.
Yes.
It really is.
Finger of Khan. Kill them.
Number 6. Just gonna go right into here, and it's going to harpoon at Khan.
You will try. Ooh.
Oh, it'll hit. Khan. It'll do 16 damage, and Khan, I need you to make a fortitude save.
That will sting.
Because they're going to try to stick the harpoon in you. It's a DC 28. You're good.
Nice.
It falls out and does do a little damage though. Let me see. Harpoon success. It does 1d8 persistent bleed. So
Okay.
it does not stick into you, but just like Zavid, you take kind of a nasty bleeding wound. 6 bleed. That's the end of its turn though. End of the round. Top of it. Now it's the one that needs to attack its friends. So this guy's gonna run in or fly in and just get right up in the shit and gonna hurl a harpoon at the one that's harrying Khan.
Oh wait, sorry to interrupt, but I made a mistake, and I feel like
What's
I'm
that?
gonna keep getting this mistake. I can't apply debilitations to a creature unless it's flat-footed. So I can't do a regular hit and then do a debilitation to make it flat-footed.
Okay. Well, going forward, we'll leave it for
Okay.
now.
Yeah, I gotta write a sticky note.
That's
Anyway,
no
please
problem.
continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So this one's gonna run up to fly up to the one that's right next to Han and have the Dracolisk bite it. And it hits. Dealing 2d12 plus 8 damage, decent amount of damage. And then it's gonna try again. Oh no, it's gonna claw out with its claws. As you do
Oh
with
yeah, I
claws.
didn't realize that you were bundled up.
What the viewers can't see is the producer / Reese is absolutely a blanket burrito right now because they are sick. So I'm taking advantage of the fact that I can be a blanket burrito and my friends can't, and I'm gonna let them watch me.
But it is Zavid's turn.
I am a cat bed right now, so that's fine.
Yeah.
There were 6 of you.
I already measured out the movement I would need, so oh shit, but you can't do stuff in between movements. It's just
That's right. That's
fuck.
that's 5e.
The one time
I don't need
5e
to. I don't need to.
does-
I move first, to get about here.
Sure.
And then, perfect. That's exactly within the distance I need. I'm going to do a 2-action harm on Khan, and I say, "Don't die, live!" And you're gonna heal a fuck ton of damage.
Yay.
So I believe that's.
It's so much. It's plus 60, I think, last time I checked.
Yeah, it was plus 60. So you gain 103 hit points as you feel necromantic energy surge through you. I would think even these skeletons would be momentarily like confused by the fact that you are surging with negative energy, like an undead would, and you're not dead. You're getting emboldened by it. So I think as mindless undead, they just for a second they'd have pause of like, what is going on? And for me, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna chase this one down. It took my staff, and so I'm moving that way. That's my whole turn. That's
yes.
an action stride, 2-action harm.
Hell yeah. Okay, so you take a little bit of bleed. You are you made your save, so you are no longer bleeding. That makes it number 5's turn. That's the one that's right up in the face of Khan. Yeah, it's gonna use Petrifying Gaze. Khan, I need you to roll a DC 28 Fortitude save, please.
Nasty.
Let's see, does it have anything with a critical failure? If it fails, you are so lucky. There is nothing specific for a critical failure on this effect. It's exactly the same as this was a good. If you had to roll in that one on a save, this was a good one in that one.
Okay.
So you are only slowed 1 as this Dracolisk catches your eyes, and it. So you're slowed 1. So you only have 2 actions for your next round. So that's not too bad. So that was 2 actions, and then he's gonna have it bite at you. This Skelly Rider, and that's gonna miss. Cool. Number 2 is up here with Reese. So it's gonna do the same thing actually. Give me a DC 20 Fortitude save as it catches your eyes.
Of course. DC 20 Fortitude. I'm gonna
28.
28. Okay.
Yeah, 28.
Oh,
I'm
good.
Bowie. Yeah,
Bowie,
you're good.
Come here.
So you saw what just happened to Khan, and the skeleton tried to raise this thing's head to you, you avert your eyes for just a moment, and nothing happens. So that Dracolisk 3. Oh, sweet! It's going to use all 3 actions to just bail, flies away. But again, Reese, it's your hunted prey. You can track it, and Zavid is also running after it. So Reese, you're now up.
Excellent.
If you choose to, you can give chase, or you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep chasing it and trying to nail it down.
Okay, so I think. Let me look here. I think, that if you use all 3 of your actions to move south, you can definitely get off the map to be able to chase it.
Oh yeah, I'm going to.
Okay, great. So then Reese, pop you off the map there.
Yep, move me. However,
I'm just gonna remove you. It's easier that way.
Okay.
Wow,
so, thanks, DM.
Number 4. They've been trying to attack Khan with very little issues. It's going to turn around and try to harpoon at Zavid from where it's floating, or where it's flapping in place. Ooh, it hits. Yay. Damage. Okay, now it's going to use its harpoon attack. Zavid, please make me a DC 28 Fortitude save. It's trying to stick its harpoon in you again.
Fortitude save, a.
Yeah. Ooh, not super good.
No, I'm not gonna use the harpoon for that. Come and get me.
So it sticks in you, and it's going to attempt to yank you off with its last action. However, it's at a penalty. So what is your Fortitude DC? 29, it looks like.
My Fortitude is 29. That is correct.
All right. So it is taking a penalty. So here we go. 37. So it doesn't you don't or it doesn't critically succeed, so you aren't immediately yanked off. However, you have a -2 to the next time it tries. That's its whole turn. Con, your turn.
Right. I can't really do a tumble through, can I? Because I'm.
You can. I looked it up. There are rules for you tumble through on aerial flying mounts. Yes, you can.
Huh.
It's
All
exactly
right.
this. It's exactly the same rules. I did look it up. You
Nice.
can. You can't on regular mounts, but on flying mounts you can.
Yeah. Or if I get into if I go over here, am I in flanking
Yeah.
position with the Dragolisk rider?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's much easier.
Much easier. No roll required.
All right. Now he's definitely flat-footed.
Yes. Does it have the effect? Yes, you're good.
Yes. All right. So one action to move, and then slice. Pow.
Oh, big
Oh,
crit
my God.
time.
Big money, no whammies.
Oh, that's so many.
Let's
so many
go.
D6s. Good God. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
you don't
ugly.
even need to. Yeah, it's a skeleton. Describe how you destroy this thing. You overkilled it by. It had 7, or no, it had 50 hit points. So yeah, you overkill it.
I like to think that Con like kind of ducks and rolls and appears at the side of this skeleton, this Dragolisk, with such swift force, almost like the wind is guiding her strike and emboldening it. She slices at it, and then the rib cage just kind of powders, and all the bones fall to the ground.
They do.
That's
they
so
scatter
good.
into the sea, and as they do, the Dracolisk realizes its rider is no longer on them, screeches, and it flies off in the same direction that the other one flew. It leaves you immediately.
You've learned a new move called Bone Meal Strike.
And you still have an action.
Yeah. I don't know where to go.
I'll tell you that this one here, you can attack because I'm going to take over this number 4.
Okay, so I could go after 6 or 2.
Yeah, or 2 is already hostile, but I mean, this one's not going to be mine for too much longer, so
okay.
It doesn't really matter. You might want to do 2 just because this one will still have one more turn, I think.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna go on over.
All right, and I'll move your mole.
Yeah. Actually, do I have enough movement to get onto the other side of it?
Absolutely. You have 80 feet of fly speed with this guy.
All right.
Okay,
Perfect.
there you
Then
go.
That's my turn.
Fabulous. So number 6, this one is actually going to. Let me see. It's a little scared of you, Zavid. I'm going to make it roll a will save after all the things it's seen. Oh yeah, and I have to give it a minus because no, not a plus. Minus. Critical success. So it is still, however, it realizes what you did to the other skeleton. So it's going to fly up and have its Dracolisk try to attack it with its jaws. He is tired of it attacking his friends. Hits. They clearly don't care about each other very much. This is kind of a self.
They're mindless, so they're following whatever protocols they have, and I'm fucking with their protocols.
You're fucking with the protocols. So it hit with a jaws and missed with a claws attack. End of the round, top of it. It's that one again. Your new friend. These two seem to be kind of going after each other. That's a hit. Damage. Good damage. Claws. Hit. More damage, and finish up with the claws. Why not? That's a miss. Okay. Who is now? Zavid, your turn.
After they've done that, I'm going to cast Bind Undead on the one that has me harpooned.
Okay.
And I command it to let go. release
It
me.
does so because it is low
Uh,
enough leveled that your spell just works. It doesn't get a save.
And then I use the rest of my movement to go 80 feet in the direction I think that they went. I think it was this far.
That's about right.
And this one, number one, the way the rules work, I'm only allowed to have one creature with the minion trait at a time, I think. Which sucks, but that's just kind of for balance stuff. Otherwise, I could just personally, I think that's a bit limiting, considering the fact that I could spend all of my slots just to have these guys.
That would be wild.
It would be wild, but I'd be out of slots, and these guys would be So I feel like I should be able to have more, but I also feel like I shouldn't have to prepare spells to slots. So there's a lot of things about Pathfinder system I feel like shouldn't be a thing. Obviously, how I feel doesn't matter in this moment. I'm gonna let you decide what happens with number one.
I think I'm gonna let it happen and just let them be taken over. Because I think it's limiting as well. If you're willing to spend the spell slot, and if it's not a concentration spell or whatever,
it lasts a day. I would have to keep casting it to keep that sort of control over them.
Yeah, I'm okay with you keeping control.
All right. In that case, I got these two on our side, and I start heading over. I'm following Reese. Really, Reese is the one that's like far ahead and closing in on that thing.
Does it get an attack or anything?
No,
you didn't summon it. You didn't.
No, but now that there are 2 fighting 6 and only 1 fighting Khan, I trust Khan's got this. Seeing her bone meal strike from earlier, I'm like, I don't need to help her any further. She's good. And I'm gonna try to find the one that took my staff.
All right, so you have more than enough movement to get directly off the map. So I'm just gonna pop you off there. Remove your mount. That brings it to number 2, who is attacking Khan. So it's gonna try to bite you, Khan.
Okay.
It's a hit, not a crit. That was very close to a 19. It rolled right over. Decent, but not the worst. 26 damage. It's going to back up and try to harpoon you.
Okay. Let me at him.
Also a hit. But since it backed up, it is not going to be able to stick it. So 12. That's its whole turn. That makes it this one, number 4. These two are essentially ganging up on this one, so it's going to be flat-footed. Let me give it that. Yes. Jaws. Claws. All right. First, the jaws hit, and the claws miss. That's its turn. Khan, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna continue to dogpile Raider number 6.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah. Perfect.
So could I swoop underneath or past to try to take advantage of the flat-footed?
Absolutely. You can just get kind of anywhere you want, even in here.
Yeah.
You have more than enough movement speed.
Awesome. So movement to move. Sorry, action to move.
Yeah.
Get bonked. Critical miss. So I'll just try again.
Yep. That's better.
Yeah.
So many dice. Not bad.
And,
all right.
Since it's flat-footed, it's 2d6 precision damage.
2d6. All right. Another 9. Okay, so that's number 6. So, whoops, wrong number.
Yeah, and
it's looking really bad. It is its turn. It's kind of flailing wildly. I'm gonna roll. See who it attacks. It's gonna attack the one on its right. The Draculus Ratter number 4. So Zavid getting some mileage out of that spell or those 2 spell slots for sure. Does a little damage to it.
Yeah.
And last. And a miss. Okay. Top of the round. I think these two, I'm just going to kind of hand wave the rest of this. Khan, it's very close to death. If you just want to roll, these things are going to kill that one the next time they hit it, which is going to be essentially now. So I'm going to say if you want, you can decide if you want to either dogpile over onto 2 or just run. Your call.
Um,
At this point, we can kind of hand wave the rest of this
yeah,
combat.
let's dogpile on
Okay.
onto number 2.
Okay, so again,
Me and the boys.
we can kind of hand wave the number rolling and everything, because with the 3 of you together on this thing, sneak attack, flatfoot, you're going to destroy it very quickly. Zavid, what would you have them do? Would they follow Khan like as their leader? Like did they imprint on her like a
I
mother
would
duck?
impart. I guess I'd impart the sort of command to follow us and protect us from any other hostile Dracolisk riders or any other enemies that are trying to attack Khan, myself, or Reese. Basically bodyguarding us, yeah.
Great. All right. Let me find. There it is. So Reese, I need a survival check from you with a +2 because you're the ranger and you made that thing your hunted prey.
Hell yeah. +2, and you said survival?
That's right. So again, kind of hand waving the combat. Well done. You defeated the Dracolisk Raiders. Khan, you and the boys took out the last 2 with your bone meal attack.
I didn't do that in tower, but it's fine.
It's fine. It's cool. It's totally fine.
Khan, also, I think you would know that they became under my control. Like, if there are any sort of like little beads of light in their like eye sockets that show that they're like animated or anything like that, there is now it changes to yellow, like Zavid's sort of pallid yellow eyes.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's sort of wrested control over them, and that's how you get the sense, especially with my spell over you with the Undeath's Blessing. You feel the same sort of magic, and I'm sorry to say this, when Zavid casts a spell on somebody, the feeling you get, it's like you haven't taken a bath in like 2 days. That is, you feel gross, but you know that's Zavid's magic. That's just how it feels.
I've seen this happen enough times, and I have seen you take control of other undead creatures enough to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it feels icky, but you have control of these things, and you really feel like you could connect to them. Like you're kind of getting to know them because you've never really spent any time with undead while under the effects of Undeath's Blessing. It feels weirdly comfortable. And it's uncomfortable that you're comfortable with it, if that makes any sense.
Does the little rat dude in your jacket be like, "Now's your chance to take them for yourself"?
I'm almost ready here.
You're good.
No worries. I also just realized something kind of amazing while getting ready. So the ancestry feat that I'm going to get at level 13 is called Skirt the Light. Skirt the Light allows me to do what Danny has been doing, the Shadow Walk spell, but I can do it once per day as an occult spell for free. No slots needed. I can just do Shadow Walk.
That's awesome.
What I didn't know, and it's kind of lucky for us in a way, because we are not in Absalom anymore. When I reached the level to get this, I could have used Shadow Walk otherwise from Absalom. In the Shadow World, Absalom has a Shadow Absalom that is called Beacon by fetchlings, who don't call themselves fetchlings, they call themselves Kyle. It is very, very populated. If I were to do that, we would be in a very populated center of the Shadow Plane that Zavid has never been to and doesn't know exists. It's not like going through just like the wilderness like we've done before. It's like a city center. It would be very interesting if we had done that, traveling to the Shadow Plane and into the metropolis of Beacon.
That would be a little wild.
That'd be a little wild. That's something for you to maybe think about next time, Lumbee, in case we come back this way.
Yeah.
That's wild. Holy hell.
Yeah, I was reading it on the fetchling page, and I'm like, Shadow Absalom. I'm like, known as Beacon in the Shadow Plane by fetchlings who call themselves the Kyle. I was like, oh, this is like, little did I know we were right on top of like a hotbed of activity. Good thing I didn't do that. That'd have been a little. Zavid would not be prepared for that. It would have been like,
Hello.
Yeah, that would have been a little overwhelming all at once, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm basically ready now. There we go. So with that roll, Reese, that was a really good time to roll a natural 19 on your
Oh,
survival
good.
check with your +2. You have a beat on this thing. You see it. Your elf eyes are able to, you just barely even blink the entire time you're chasing
Yeah.
after this thing flying through the sky. The wind is drying your eyes out. They feel like granite, but you never take your eyes off that thing. And you eventually see an island coming up in the distance. And on top is a little lighthouse uh, that has the light shining out into the sea. And just as it gets out of your sight, that Dracolisk hits. It gets right up to the side of the island and disappears from your sight. And just for the map's a little obvious. If you could just do me a favor and pretend it's not as obvious as it is, I would appreciate it.
Of course.
You'll get what I mean. You'll get what I mean in a second.
We're not gonna make fun of
So-
you. Don't worry.
You land on this shelf on the side of the sea that has a small stone lighthouse and a little wooden house, a little cabin next to it. The waves lap up against the cliffside.
I hop off of Rot Trot. How much time we have left on the mounts at this time?
2 hours, maybe 3.
Okay, so we've been making really good time then.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've been making excellent time.
I go to reset. Say, where did it go?
I don't know. It literally just. I had all of my sights on it, and then it vanished as soon as it got to the island.
I believe you. Let's check. I'm gonna
Yeah.
run over to this.
Okay. It is locked.
Knock it down with its hooves. It has
I love it.
more mass to its strikes than I do.
Absolutely. And Rottrot, with little issue, comes up and hooves the door down, smashing it right there. And inside, you see it's very much more abandoned than this image shows. There's no fire in the fireplace. This place looks like it hasn't seen use in years. There's a covering of dust on all the floor, on every surface. The floorboards are broken, as you can see in the image. There's some rotten food on the table that it looks like it's been abandoned for years.
I'm going to basically search this place real quick, opening up drawers. I'm going to flip the bed. I'm going to I want to see if there's anything of value or anything of interest, information wise or
Reese is
value wise,
gonna-
hidden here.
Go along with you.
Sure. Give me a perception check in the tower. Anyone who's in that building.
Yeah, I'll help. I'll help.
Sweet. Rottrot
You
is just
fail
chilling
to
inside.
perceive the hulking giant behind you as it twists your neck and kills you instantly. Oh, damn.
Zavid, you find a journal in the side nightstand, and it seems to be the journal of the lighthouse keeper. And the most recent entry is from 4 or 5 years prior, and it says that a ship had gone aground shortly or nearby, and he had seen some survivors floating in the sea, and he was going to attempt to save them. And that was the last entry.
And I look, and there's like, I imagine that there is like a plate of what used to be food set out. It has long been probably picked clean by like rats and vermin,
Yeah.
and it's hardened to the plate. Whatever's left is like, and I realize,
Fossilized
okay.
gristle.
Yeah, and I tell everyone like, lighthouse keeper died several years ago attempting to save some people off the coast. I do not believe they're good people. Let's take a look at this lighthouse.
Also locked. You can either have the Rottrot key or the
Rottrot,
Khan
please.
key.
Fezzik, please. Rip his tear his arms off. Have Rottrot kick down the door.
Very easily. It's rotten. You know, the wood is rotten. It's leaning on its hinges. It doesn't even take any effort. And you see the lighthouse it's normal for a lighthouse in these lands to be constantly lit with magic, so it doesn't really require constantly refueling. However, the one thing you do notice is that there is a skeleton over on the far right side putting wood just from this stack into the fire.
I'm going to speak Necrol to it, the language of the dead, and say, "Who is your master?"
That music was
That was
perfectly timed.
amazing.
That was, what was that from?
It's my
I mean,
phone.
Pokemon. Oh, that was your phone. That's so.
Oh
funny.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Sorry, I meant to silence that.
That's hilarious.
So you ask in Necrol who its master is?
Yeah, I ask it who its master is.
It looks to you and quizzically, and it just says, "Jawless Jimmy."
It does not lack its own jaw, right? It has.
That
a
is
jaw.
correct. It has a jaw.
And I say, "Where does your master reside?"
And it moves towards you, not in any aggressive manner. You can tell it's just walking, and it walks a little bit past you and points to this trap door on the ground and says, "The cove below. Master cannot leave. His curse keeps him below."
I say, "As you were," and I am gonna go and open this trap door, and I say, "Just let that skeleton do his thing. Not our issue. We just need to find its master." And I'm gonna also walk outside and whistle to the two Draculus riders to come down and follow us.
Okay. And they will do so following. Yeah. So that takes us to a different map.
Do you want to take a break?
Yes, that's perfect. This would be that's a good call. Good call.
You're
Now's a perfect time for us to take an intermission. We hope everyone will join us in about 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll see what's going on beneath the lighthouse.
Dun, dun,
Ooh.
dun. One.
And we're back. Thank you so much for waiting and joining us. When last we left off, Lux Et Umbra had been attacked by flying undead Dracolisk riders, and one of which had stolen Zavid's brand new magical Jezzatil staff made for him by Bruce and Magdalene Mithralarm. They gave chase with Reese at the head, the experienced ranger that he is, tracked down the rider to an island with a lighthouse on top. Doing a little bit of searching, it was clear that it had been abandoned for a very long time, and the lighthouse person what is the word for a lighthouse person?
Keeper.
The keeper.
Keeper, thank you. The lighthouse keeper had clearly died, but finding a hidden trap door, the party had snuck down, and that's where we come in, right on the spiral staircase. Descending down this stairway, you see before you, right in front of you, what's clearly like a campsite where people could stay. No one seems to be here. There's a burnt out campfire. It's just ashes. There is a small little hole just to your right where there seems to be a long dead desiccated skeleton, and there's vegetation growing off of the walls. It's dank and wet and kind of dark in here, but there is some natural light coming in.
I'll poke around the tents.
All right. So give me a perception check in the tower, please.
Okay.
I would like to, while Khan is searching the tents, I'm on the lookout for any undead presences. I don't think I have like a detect undead situation like a paladin might, but I would still like to extend whatever senses I have to see if I can spot anything nearby, if that's all right.
Give me a religion instead of perception, then. Con,
Okay.
with yours, begin poking around these tents, and you see that there are some like little bedrolls. They seem to be quite old, made of leather. They're very basic living quarters. There's nothing special here. Clearly, whoever's been staying here doesn't have much, and they also have been here a while, judging by the wear and tear on all of this camping equipment. You also notice, strangely, that there's a lot of like broken coconut husks sitting around. Clearly, whoever's been here eats a lot of coconuts.
Yeah, and eats. Therefore,
And
probably
eats.
not undead.
Perhaps. That is a fair assumption to make. And Zavid, you said you're trying to reach out. You can tell there's a lingering feeling of necromancy here, because you have detect magic essentially too, right? And it's pretty high at this point. So yeah, you can feel necromancy here, especially now. As you come to there, you feel a big ping of necromancy magic right beneath you. Right in front of you, in sort of an inlet where water comes in, there's clearly an exit out to the sea. You see a massive ship's anchor half embedded in the sand. The small pile of coconuts in front of it, and several different seashells around it in a circle. And you just get a blast of magic as soon as you cast Detect Magic. There's necromancy here, and a lot of it.
Before I do that, I'm gonna go in here and just kind of peep in and be like, I knew something was here, and leave it there. I would like to I try to identify before touching any of this. I would like to see if I can understand what the enchantment of this necromancy is. Like, what does it actually do? Is there some way I can do that?
Give me an occult check in the tower, please. Occultism, whatever.
Also, I have lore undead or undead.
That would be better. Roll that.
It's the same bonus.
Just roll it again, just for posterity.
Sure. I was also thinking on my level up, I might increase that from trained to expert, and then eventually to master and to get unmistakable lore skill feat at some point. I don't know how useful that'll be. You can tell me later if that would be.
I don't know that one. That sounds awesome. With that, And the fact that you are a ritualist, you have the ritualist dedication, you realize
Yeah.
someone's doing a ritual here immediately. That's
Ooh.
like right off the bat, you recognize a ritual when you see one. Poking around a little bit and looking at it, kind of studying what's going on, you get the sense that this is supposed to break a curse. That's all you can really glean.
Can I, knowing it's necromancy, it's trying to break a curse, and I already know the curse is they can't leave the cove. Could I make one more check to figure out whether or not this ritual is viable? Like this could break a curse, or if it's just they are trying anything and this isn't gonna work. Like I want to see how applicable this is.
You can take guidance if you'd like and give me another religion in the tower.
All right, so I add 1. I'll do that.
Because you're not in a rush at this point, you can totally have guidance. Okay. You're kind of looking at it, you're feeling it out, and you think this could work. You get the sense that what they're trying to do is collect together powerful magics, and they need but they're going to need a focus in order to cast this ritual. And you realize that's probably why they stole your staff.
Ooh.
I don't see my staff here though.
You do not.
I'll say it's clear to the other two, but I'll say do not disturb the anchor or the seashells around it. Keep a wide berth.
Okay.
And
Is
I'm
it a
gonna
boy
sneak
or a
over.
girl?
Haha.
Birth.
It is a ritual that could be bad if we disturb it right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to kind of peer on the corner. Do I see anybody up here?
You do not. You just see a couple more tents and like a butcher tables with some cut up fish, fresh, like recent.
I'm gonna take some.
Yeah, it's sushi. It's just sushi.
I take another one. I was like, this is.
Yes.
I know it's rude of me, but I'm a little hungry after a long flight, and this tastes fucking great.
It's quite
So
good.
take a couple slices, and then keep moving.
As you get to
Such a gremlin.
kind of that hall, there's sort of a natural sloping step downward, and you can hear water to the left. And I'd like to give you. Are you being sneaky at all, or are you just kind of?
As we, yeah. Let me make stealth then.
If
Yeah,
you
you
want,
can do
I
your
can do
thing.
my thing. Yeah.
Do your thing, yeah. Do your
So
thing.
do I have to
So
roll
give
for that
me-
again?
Stealth.
Oh,
And
okay.
Con, if you want to roll your own stealth, you can.
Can I am an
Tower
expert in
or-
stealth. We're all pretty
make 'em-
stealthy.
Make them public.
I'm
Can
a
I give
master.
an aid? Can I
Yes,
give an
you can-
aid?
You can aid, yeah.
All right. Here's my aid to Reese.
Okay.
Thank you.
You do aid. So Reese, you and Zavid get a 34. Con, you have a 39. You are fairly confident that you are being quiet. And as you come round the corner of that stairwell, it opens up into an area that is full of water, as no surprise to you. And across the way is a little sandbar that has a is pile of coconuts on the
That's
side.
a lot of coconuts.
And you see 3 skeletons standing on the side. One of them is carrying your staff and a different staff in its hands. And then there are 2 other skeletons with swords, and I have images here. And you notice that the one holding your staff has no lower jaw. And the other 2 have swords. Skeletons in
Jean
raggedy...
Barton Francois Le Debonair.
Oh my god.
Oh, I love this shit so much.
So good.
Thank you. But that is what you see. And you are fairly certain you're being sneaky.
I kind of poke at Reese, and then I whisper to you and
Mhm.
Con to kind of huddle up and say, I think that the Jawless Jimmy is trying to break his curse and is going to use my staff, but
You know, calling him Jawless Jimmy's kind of rude just because he doesn't have a jaw.
well, that is what his own servant called him, so I don't know if he's proud of that name or
Oh,
not.
you know
but,
what? You're not wrong. Sorry, I forgot.
Maybe his name is literally Jawless, and then happened to become Jawless afterwards. And
You
his
know
last
what?
name is
That's
Jimmy.
also fair.
I have no idea, but that's neither here nor there. They are attempting to do something. Do I know if I allow him to kind of continue with whatever he's doing that it would either hurt or does it look like it would hinder the effectiveness of my staff if I let him kind of go through with this, or if it would empower it in some way?
Roll me religion. That's an interesting, or an occultism. That's a very interesting question in the tower. You can have guidance if you'd like.
Yeah.
Again, you're not in combat.
Could I do crafting instead?
Sure, that's an interesting thought. So,
Yeah,
what is your exact question? Trying to see if him doing
whatever
this will make it
he's
stronger?
doing, like, do I think that this would drain my staff of its power, or if it would empower it, essentially?
I see. So yeah, give me a crafting check.
Just
You think
from a
definitely not drain it of any power, at the very least. Worst case scenario, it would have no effect on the staff. But you do think that using it in such an advanced ritual might help it out, might give it a little bump. But you think at worst case, it would do nothing.
okay.
Give me one more religion check, though.
Ooh, secret religion check. Okay.
Having come around the corner, seen the ritual space, heard the name of the caster, and seen him holding your staff with no lower jaw, you realize he can't do the verbal components of the ritual.
A wave of pity hits me as I realize that this guy is sort of stuck. He's not going to be able to do much of anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I sit and I think, and I'm like, I am going to attempt to be a very nice guy to this pirate who is stuck here. And perhaps he might offer us.
I can help coerce them. I forgot that I have group coercion.
That's
By
true,
the
you
way,
I definitely don't want us to come at him with anger or threats. Just
okay, fine, that's fair. But
Khan
I've
sheathes
got
her
it.
sword.
Sorry.
As she sheathes her sword, the coconut 3 feet to her left splits in two.
I sort of kind of give myself I like breathe in, breathe out, and I am going to walk out with a swagger and call out Necrol. Ahoy there, matey!
And immediately the two skeletons with the swords turn to face you and they go, "Vast, who goes there? Who is coming into our lair?"
I should ask you, who holds my staff? He pirated away from me. I'm thinking I'm doing a really good pirate impression. It seems you have a curse to break, Jawless Jimmy.
And he turns to you and slowly walks towards the coconuts and just goes,
I know what you seek, and I know what you lack. And I could help you, but for that, I would need my staff back. And that was not an intentional rhyme. That happened naturally.
And they give me a diplomacy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Okay, now this I might need some help with.
Guidance and
I can
anyone who wants to help.
assist.
Sure.
Yeah, could you assist me,
Yeah.
please?
How do you
Yeah.
assist, Reese?
So Reese, of course, I think, you know what? You know how he's like good at like pretending to be something he's not?
Oh shit. Uh-huh.
I think-
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot to show them. There they are.
Where are they? Oh, there they are.
That's my mistake. I forgot to make them visible.
So are we still at that distance at the shore? Or have
That's
we...
up to Zavi. Have you closed any
Uh,
distance?
I have not closed any distance. I guess. So here's the funny thing. I'm better at looking scary than I am at looking diplomatic. It's very
you can
funny.
try intimidate if you want.
I would like to. Yeah. I mean, pirates are all about intimidation.
Yeah.
I think I need to.
So let's
yeah.
do the group coercion.
We'll do that. We'll have to do that.
yeah.
I think because
Yeah.
I'm trained in that at the very least.
Yeah, so we can do the group coercion.
Let's see what exactly that's for. This is the first time that's ever come up. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna actually look at the rules for group coercion.
Do it.
Oh, it's your level 1 feat. Yep.
Literally, I've never used it.
Yep, you compare your result to 2 targets instead of 1. It's possible to get a different degree of success for each target. The number of targets you can coerce in a single action increases to 4. What is your, let's see, your
That's a good
intimidate
question.
is trained, so it's only 2. So Zavid, you can be intimidating Jawless Jimmy, and Reese can be intimidating
the
Jean
2.
Bart and Francois.
All right. In that case, I'll add 1 for my guidance on my intimidation check for Jawless Jimmy. Do you want me to just throw it in the regular thing?
Yeah, just throw it in the or the chat.
And then you want me to do intimidate then?
Yes, please.
Alrighty, give me 1 sec.
I'm playing the Secret of Monkey Island right now.
Well, Reese, you are not able to intimidate the Jean Bart and Francois. However, Zavid, you do get through to Jawless Jimmy. He stops in his place, and you get the sense that it's because he is a spellcaster as well, and he feels the power. And like being undead, he sees your visage finally, and he looks over to the other 2 with the swords, and he goes, and both of them go, "Well, what is this? What is this? He can help. How can he help?" And they kind of lower their swords slowly, and they say, "Hello, I am Jean Bart, and this is my brother Francois, Le Debonair. Welcome to our cove, strangers."
I'm gonna cast Water Walk on us so we can just walk
Nice.
on the water.
Hell yeah.
As a bit of a flex, and I'm gonna whistle for the other 2, the guys I took control over, the Draculus riders, to follow in behind us, and I say, in Necrol, I believe these are your men. I apologize. The Draculus might have returned to their nest, but you'll have to find some new riders for them. These 2 were the only ones that made it out, as they saw the sense of not attacking us.
As you get to there, you see a couple of extra things. Oh, yeah, give me perception checks, everyone. Now that you're in the middle of the room,
Sure.
open
In the
up.
tower?
Perception in the tower, yes, please.
Ooh.
Khan, you're the only one who notices this because Reese and Zavid are a little distracted dealing with these 2. But you notice that there's a cage with the Draculus in it, just on the north end of the bar, sandbar there, and the water continues to the north, and there are several more cages up there. In addition, you also see what from that distance appears to be a human woman with a tricorn hat standing on the sand, tending to one of the Dracolisks in the cage. She doesn't appear to see you from this distance.
Hmm.
Can I
They-
maybe sneak away from this conversation?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't
give
know
me a
you're
stealth
there.
check.
I'm gonna walk onto the beach, gentlemen, and kind of motion the captain, Jawless Jimmy, over, and I'm not using any sort of. I don't got any weapons out or anything. Just sort of like, let's have a chat. I wonder if there's a spell I could cast to give him the ability to speak.
Don't you have Speak with Dead?
I do. I do have Speak with Dead.
Or whatever it's called?
Let me see if there's a way, like if there's like a specific way to do that. Here to do speak.
Or does that one require it to have a jaw?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Talking corpse. Have a corpse answer 3 questions. Did it spiritual? He's cursed. There's another thing I could do. Man, there's so much shit I could do. there's so many spells, and some of the stuff is so niche. It's really hard to.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I'd like to do is I would like to say, one moment, I have an idea. Jimmy, do you mind using a jaw that is not your own?
It shakes its head no.
I'm gonna mosey on over
As you're
to
doing
over
that,
here.
as you're walking back that way, you notice
Yeah.
something you hadn't before. One sec.
Mhm.
When you're here, as you
Oh,
turn
okay.
back around, you notice something you hadn't before. Off in a little alcove to the right is a really, really big skeleton of some kind of marine creature. You're welcome to give me a nature check on that if you'd like to try and figure out what that is.
Oh my god! All right, yeah, sure. Nature, where the freak are you? Okay, yeah, I don't have a very good nature, and this is just kind of on the fly, so no guidance. I'm just seeing it.
Unless you're rolling that 20. You stop in your tracks as you've seen something similar to this before, but it wasn't aquatic. High atop Mount Fogton, frozen in the ice in front of Betelgetrax's house. This is the skeleton of a small sea dragon. And you get the sense that you're strong enough to raise it.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna file that away. I'm not gonna let it show that that's got my interest. In fact, let me make a bad deception check here to try to hide. I'm gonna just try to not look interested.
Do you want to know what you got? Okay, so I just threw your 25. That was your nature, right? Because you have a plus 5 and you rolled a nat 20. Here's your deception. You rolled a nat 3 plus 5.
Oh my god.
I think it shows at Khan and Reese, you probably see shock on Zavid's face, and then like shock, and then like a Grinch smile, where it curls.
Yeah,
and then he tries to hide it, and he tries to look cool, but he doesn't look cool.
Echoing down the chamber, you hear like giggling, like and then I'm gonna go on over to this guy, kind of break through the rubble here that I noticed before. And I'm like, this is gonna come in handy. I'm gonna pop off the jaw of Brad or whoever this guy is, and I'll just say, may you rest in peace. And kind of mosey on back over with this jaw. I'm gonna wipe some of the sand off, make sure that it's an even fit. It looks like that guy was a grown man, so it probably would fit this guy. I walk on over. I say to Jimmy, do you mind if I...
And he kind of leans forward.
I put it on, and then I cast Harm to repair and fuse the jaw to his face.
It goes... I'm trying to do like a body horror thing, like it kind of snaps into place and snaps out of place, and then he moves it around. And he goes, "Oh, that feels great."
Oh my god,
man.
stop.
How did you do that?
Just out of curiosity, 68.
Of course you say wow.
And I say, I've had a way with the undead, as you can tell from your compatriots over this way. It is regrettable. You're cursed here, it seems. Your guy running the lighthouse told us you are not allowed to leave the cove, and you're trying to break this, yes?
That's right. We crashed years ago and haven't been able to get out. Our captain over there's been having me send out the skeletons to figure out how to break this curse, and thought I was going to have it with his staff, but couldn't say the words.
Your captain? Who is your captain, might I ask?
Oh, yeah, of course. And he kind of makes a loud yell, "Hey, Captain! We have visitors!" And startled, the woman who was over there looks up and across, and she sees the group of you and makes her way across kind of the shallows to here. She's again a human woman, but as she gets closer, you can see that she is also dead. But is clearly not as long dead as the rest. She's very clearly freshly dead. But she comes over to all of you and says, "Ah, I'm Captain Susie McGraw. Hello, all of you. Welcome to our cove. What can we do?"
Well, it seems that you are in need of some assistance. And
Yeah.
you are lucky that your undead companions have come across us and not some do-gooders of some god that does not like undead. They would come here, maybe take you guys out of your quote-unquote misery, but I see an opportunity for a deal to be struck.
We're definitely listening.
First, describe to me the nature of your curse. You cannot leave, or if you leave, you are destroyed. Exactly how does that curse manifest?
And Jean Bart pipes up and he says, "Oh, we are unable to leave the cove. If we try to walk out through the waterway, we are stopped by how do you say, a barrier. Barrier, perhaps?
The barrier that guards you from exit. What? How did this happen?"
And I pull out the journal. I said, there used to be a lighthouse keeper that said that there was a shipwreck about 5 years back. Apparently, they never made it back to their cabin.
That would be us. Yes, we crashed off of the coast, and the lightkeeper tried to save us, but died in the process. And we were cursed in our guilt to stay here and remember his sacrifice.
Cursed by him or cursed
By
by
the sea. And they kind of raise their fists.
That's oof. Okay, now that is a bit different. Cursed by the sea. And I see that you have this the ritual set up to break the curse.
Yeah, I had all the details worked out. We needed the focus, and I couldn't speak the verbal components.
It seems that your riders are able to leave. Who are these riders if not your crew members?
Ah, yeah, those are just temporary animate deads. And Jimmy turns around and just points his staff at the ground behind him, and a normal low-level skeleton raises. Clearly a mindless, crappy. And you look back, and it looks exactly like the two you have control of. So he can send out animated deads. They can't.
I see. And the crew that is left, it is you two brothers, Jimmy and the captain here, Susie.
Yes, that's right. That's right. It is just the four of us who are trapped inside. Get my accent, my voice is all mixed up.
Okay. Well,
We were lucky that this island is inhabited by dracolisks. We kind of try to raise them and feed them as well as we can. They allow us to maraud and get the raw components we get. That's why we send them out. We put the skeletons on the dracolisks. They come back with all the magics that Jimmy needs.
let's talk about the deal then, since we are a bit pressed on time on our way to Osirion, and I would say you're lucky for us to have come across you. I'm going to need my staff back, but if you need a focus or some help going through with this ritual, I'd be happy to assist for a price. And then I look over at that dragon skeleton and I say, "You're not using that skeleton over in the cove, are you?"
Wow, I mean, I thought about trying to raise it, but I don't have that kind of power. It's too big. If you can do something with it, it's yours, and if you can help us out.
Oh, I can help. We would need that for me, and then for my companions here, Reese and Con, what would you like in exchange for helping?
This is where I'd like to take Khan's sneak off moment right here. I'm gonna cut you off.
Okay.
Oh,
Khan?
I was just gonna go talk to the lady, but now that she's over here,
I
introduce
see.
herself as the captain. There's no reason to sneak off.
I see. Then Khan, at least Khan, give me a perception check in the tower.
Okay. Okay. For no reason in particular.
You noticed as the captain was walking towards you that the Dracolisk cage on the far left side. Do you see it over by the wall of rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. You noticed that it's like quarter sized. It's really itty bitty. Do with that information as you like. You'd have to go closer to see, but there's one that's very, very small.
Perhaps I will wander off.
Yeah, you had your stealth from earlier, so you can do that. It was very high, so they didn't notice you, and you have water walks, so you're not making any
Yeah.
noise splashing around.
She's just gonna sneak away, sneak away.
You get over to there, and you peek over top, and you see that this particular crate or cage has a baby Dracolisk.
Oh, little creature!
It is a 6-legged draconid creature with wings,
I love it.
about the size of a small to medium-sized dog.
I must have it.
I kind of look when I look over what you two want. I see Khan's eyes aglow, and I say, "Well, it looks like Khan has something she would like."
The beast! It must be in my possession!
Yeah.
Well, I suppose if you think you can train it, here, give it a try.
And the captain, Captain Susie McGraw, walks over to you, and she says, "I'll just pack up one of the coconuts. These things are they're vegetarians."
Oh, that's good to know.
How to train your Drascolisk.
Yeah, that's
How to
why
train
we
your
keep,
Dracolisk.
that's why we keep so many coconuts here in the cove. It keeps them docile, as long as you have them ready.
So the Dracolisks, are they like a fusion of basilisks and dragons? Like, are
Yes.
I fought one of these in Pathfinder 1E, and it nearly TPK'd us all, and my necromancer at the time survived by running away and getting help from some NPCs to save
Nice.
everybody. It like
Nice.
petrified the party.
Mhm.
So
That's what it was doing when it stared at you guys and made you slow. If they had a special ability where if they did that twice, like if you were already slowed and then they did it again, you'd start to become petrified. It would get worse.
I see.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, she tells you that they're vegetarians and they love these coconuts, and you're standing right next to a huge pile of them. If you want to try and like maybe feed it one or something.
I've got to look
Yeah,
a bunch
yeah.
of
I'll crack open a
coconuts.
coconut. with,
Deedly-dee.
The pommel of my sword.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that, and give me a nature check with a +2 though, because of the coconut.
Roll for coconut.
Roll for coconut.
Public or dice tower?
Public, yes.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20.
Almost a 20.
Almost a nat 20.
It's a
take
little
my hero point.
Thank you.
nice. +2 still.
Yes. There we go.
So
There we
much
go.
better. So much better. So you very much succeed. How do you approach this thing with this coconut?
Normally, like when approaching a beast, Khan would try to make herself look small. But this is not the case. She's trying to make herself not scary, but just like an important person. You know, maybe she's like puffed out her chest a little bit.
Okay.
Then she'll kind of like graciously hands the coconut over to the beast.
And it kind of bows its head a little bit, and it sniffs at the coconut and opens its mouth really wide, and two of its two large fangs pierce into the coconuts where the holes are, and it starts to, and you can tell it's sucking out the coconut milk from it, like it's
Aww. Aw.
and you're holding on the other end. It's like when you feed a baby goat from a bottle. It's
Yeah.
like that, but with a
Yeah.
coconut, and it has its fangs deep into the coconut, and it's just
That's so
suckling off the
cute.
milk.
That's really cute.
And Jean Bart looks and he says, "I think he likes you."
I think he likes me too. And there are like tears in Khan's eyes.
I kind of grin and I look over to Reese. I say, Reese,
What would you like in exchange for helping this pirate crew?
Well, I don't need anything physical. I just need a word.
Your
What,
number,
where?
babe.
Your word. Now, I like having my own Rolodex of connections. You know, it's always good to have people, and you guys are pirates, it looks like, so, like, look, it's always good to have a pirate in your pocket. Huh. Oh, huh. He kind of laughs at his own joke. Anyway.
yeah,
No one else does.
I look over. I'm like, I don't know what the Rolodex is. Just go with it.
So I want to actually use my connections feat. And kind of barter it a little bit more than what's supposed to be used, but kind of use it for a favor. So it's you have social connections that you leverage to trade favors or meet important people when you're in an area with connections, typically a settlement where you've spent downtime with. You can attempt a society check to arrange a meeting with important political figure or ask a favor in exchange for a later favor of your contact's choice.
Okay.
So I wanna do
yeah,
something
yeah.
with that.
All right, I get that. Give me a society check in the tower. The DC's
Yeah.
not going to be very high at this point.
Okay.
Also, I have a question. Does anyone have any like spare outfits on them? Like changes of clothes?
Bragg
I imagine
did.
we have some, right?
Yeah,
Reese has some,
probably, but
yeah.
they're con sized.
Reese
Alright,
has
I
some
just-
that are just like shorts and stuff.
Hey, shorts?
Yeah.
I'd say if they are going to join us, could we get some shorts or pants for the brothers here? All they have are tops, and then they're just naked. I don't know if that's what you guys like, but I figured you might want some, like a new set of pants to help you out.
Our pants were taken by an undertow when we crashed. We would appreciate a little bit of dignity in on there. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, they were taken under there.
Underwear?
Thank you.
Ooh.
So then, yeah, talking about saying that, Jawless Jimmy will say, "Yeah, I think I got something I can do with that. Yeah, follow me." And he kind of walks over this direction. He splashes through the water because he doesn't have water walk. You walk over it like Legolas on snow, and he brings you to this area over in the far right, where there is a stairwell down, and there's torches all over the walls, and it comes to a little area with it's a standing pool with coconuts floating everywhere. It's quite cool in here, so you feel like they probably use this for cold storage. And at the very top is a small little alcove where there's kind of a shrine, and there's a small statue of a skeletal monkey in kind of one of these sort of positions, and there's some little incense and things in front of it. And Jawless Jimmy says, "Well, we won't need our idol anymore. I mean, you can use it to message us. It's magical." And he hands you this. It's like a golden idol of a skeletal monkey.
Amazing.
Wow. Wow.
Reese just goes under his breath. Wow.
I know. Wow.
He's like, sorry, my
Wow.
voice is a little bit messed up. It normally doesn't sound like this. It's just me. Wow is right though. Don't know what that was about.
But yeah, if you never needed us, give us a chant.
Any chant in particular?
Wow.
You know what? That works. And
He
Reese takes
splashes
the monkey and
off.
goes off.
So let's write that on your character sheet before I forget.
Thank you.
Inventory.
Said a
Golden
monkey in your pocket.
skeletal monkey.
God damn it.
The Curse of Monkey
Pirate
Island. Hold on.
Communication device.
Literally.
It's a PCD. It's a pirate communication device. There. That is now in your inventory.
Excellent.
Okay. So Charles Jimmy comes back, splashes through the water, and he looks to the captain and the brothers, and he says, "I gave him the idol. I figure it's the least we can do if we get out of here." And Jean Bart and Francois say, "Yeah, we. I plan to leave it anyway. Take it with my blessing."
Reese bows.
Con, you come over, and the Dracolisk is sleeping on your head, curled up in a ball.
No, I'm the one collecting pets.
Has to be somebody.
Yeah. Con is crying, but very quietly so as not to wake the beast. I need to like come up with a better name other than the beast.
I kind of like the Beast.
This
Beast is one of the coolest X-Men.
This is my pet. What is his name? The Beast. Mr. the Beast.
Mr. the
Mr.
Beast.
the Beast.
I really
God
like
damn.
Mr. the Beast, actually.
Not Mr.
really good.
Beast. Not to be
No.
confused.
The Beast.
No.
Oh god,
Someone's,
Shane.
yeah, someone's. I think it's
Shane,
Shane's. Oh
you're-
no, it stopped. It
Good.
stopped. Never mind.
Hmm?
You were having
feedback.
feedback for a second, but you're
I've
good.
been having that issue recently. I don't know how
Yeah.
to fix it yet.
But you're good. It went away. So Charles Jimmy and Captain Susie McGraw come up to Zavi and they say, "Well, I definitely think we have an accord. Do you think you could help us out at this little cove here?"
Yes, but first, before I, as part of the bargain with this skeleton, I'm going to need some help. There's two rituals that need to be completed. The ritual that will break your curse and the ritual that will make that skeleton move around once more.
And I have create undead.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the way that I have it right now is there's two versions. There's zombie and then there's ghoul. But if I reach level 12, I have like remove brain or whatever, extract, and then I think I have like one more. I forgot which ones I picked.
Yeah, I don't remember the other one.
I would like one that is a create undead, but it creates something like skeleton.
That's totally fine. That would fall under create undead. I mean, I don't see any difference between that, a ghoul, and a zombie.
Yeah, they basically say you have to kind of like one ritual for all zombies, skeletons, one for ghouls, and so on. So like, yeah, and then if you wanted to do something like liches, that's like so unique and so difficult. Yeah. So I would like it if I could make zombie skeletons or ghouls of any kind. Like, is that a thing I could do?
That's fine.
Okay. In that case, this would take a day to create an undead that wasn't just like an animated dead. And the primary check would be Arcana and Occultism or Religion. So my religion would have to do. The secondary check would have to be Religion. Anybody who wants to be the secondary caster, either among them or among our group, could do a Religion check, but they'd have to have at least be trained in it.
I'm trained in religion.
I am as well, actually.
Yeah, both of you are.
Okay. And it's a day. So we would probably long rest here in the cove and get our spells back, and then I could get us over to Osirion tomorrow.
That's fine.
Because they also, I don't know how long it's going to take for their ritual to get completed, so it'll probably be at least a day just to do both.
Yeah, it'll be a couple of hours for his.
All right, in that case, I'll set up for mine, get things ready. I got my black onyx or whatever the cost is. I think after seeing what I should have said it as much, but when we were at Absalom, I would get whatever necessary ingredients I would need to get the to essentially have on hand the stuff I would need for a create undead ritual.
I'm sure you would have done that. Yeah, that's the kind of hand wavy shopping stuff we didn't need to really do. You can definitely say you would have had that. Y'all have more than enough gold.
I get that set up, and then I would say whoever wants to do the secondary casting to start this off can start there, and I'm going to help them as a secondary caster for their ritual.
Okay. So I think Khan and Reese both can take over the secondary for your ritual, Zavid.
Yeah, to get it started.
Yeah, to get it started. So, would you give them both guidance? Or
yeah.
can you not do that on a?
I think I can only do it one at a time.
Yeah,
well,
one at a time.
I do it once, and then I'm done for like an hour. It ends after. So they would
might want that for yourself then, maybe.
Boop, boop. Well, that person's done for an hour. I can't give the same person the same guidance after like twice in an hour. I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I don't know if I gave them guidance yet. I think I've been giving myself. I think I've been kind of cheesing the rules and give myself guidance a lot. I give them guidance. And then I'm gonna go help just on my own the other guys.
All right, let me see here. So that's level that. Okay. All right. So the two of you have dealt with a couple of Zavid's rituals before. You kind of know the symbols you need to draw, the charcoal you need to use. So you're kind of going through the process. Give me religion checks publicly, please.
Okay.
Looking for, I think, a 25.
And you got that +1. Yes.
Yeah.
Please, please, please. All right. All
and
right.
That's a 30. Pretend there's a +1.
Yep. So it's a 30 and a 34. So neither of you critically succeed, but you both very, very much solidly succeed. As I said, you've seen Zavid do this before. You've helped him before. You kind of know your role in this ritual.
We did the brain thing.
Yeah, you did the brain thing.
Yeah.
And Khan, you helped create Rot Trot. Like you've done this a few times before. Yeah. So Zavid, you and the pirates.
I'll move down here. Yeah.
They'll all head down to this area. And Jean-Bart and Francois both say, we are very appreciative that you are willing to help us. We were always worried that any wayward adventurers would come in here and just, how you say, destroy our bones to make their breads.
It seems I also have remove curse of the spell. If I need to expend spell slots to make this work, I'll do it.
That's
straight
cool.
up.
Yeah, that'll help.
Whatever you need me to do,
I'll
spell
say
slot
spell
wise.
slots will reduce the DC. How about that?
That works great for me. I'm going to cast remove curse for each of them. So I will expend 4 spell slots, all my 3rd level, and one of my 4th level.
Awesome. Then who's getting the 4th?
I'm gonna say the captain will get the 4th.
All right. So yeah, I will say that will reduce the DC by 5 for the level 3s and by 10 for the captain.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So they Jawless Jimmy, it kind of explains the ritual to you, and it's very much exactly as you figured on the way in. You pretty much at a glance figured out this ritual, but he explains it to you, the procedure, the chants needed, how he needs to use the focus, your staff, and he hands it back to you, and he says, this is a pretty nice staff. Hopefully it treats you better than this one's treated me. And he kind of holds his staff up and it kind of sparks a little at the end, like, but in a Ron Weasley kind of way, like
yeah.
Not in a phenomenal cosmic power way.
I think maybe with just a passive like crafting glance, I probably know it's serviceable. It's just not like, yeah, exactly as you said.
When you're trapped in a cave with a box of scraps.
Yeah. So if I'm secondary caster, what do I need to roll?
It'll be occultism, and his is going to be Arcana. So yeah, I need yours first.
Occultism. Do you want me to roll plainly?
Yeah, publicly.
I get a +2 because I have ritualist dedication.
That is right, you do.
So this is a 29.
Hell yes, that is a success on your part because the DC was 5 lower. Give me one more because you have the 2 DCs.
Okay. One more occultism.
Occultism, peta +2. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just double check something. I just need to read resourceful for a second. Okay, it doesn't. So I don't substitute anything. It just allows me to do stuff as one proficiency rank lower than average. Okay, that's fine. Oh my god!
Nice. Good time for a natty tea. So
nap
yeah,
time.
you do the symbols, you draw. Describe how you help.
I see that they're doing kind of they've got it. They know the right thing to do, but they're not ritualists by nature. So I imagine their movements are a little bit shoddy. So I use a little bit of my shadow magic. I kind of send my shadow out to help their movements be more graceful, be more in line. And if they notice that I'm helping them, they look to me and I just like follow those movements. Like just keep doing it like that. Like, try to match that movement as best as you can, and help them get a bit more accurate with the sort of sigils that they have to draw through the air and all the somatic stuff.
Wonderful. So as they're following along, it's almost like a dance. Reese and Khan, if you're watching, after a while, it's almost like he's not controlling them directly, but it's his shadows are directing their movements, and it's almost like watching a ballet with these skeletons. It's a dance macabre, if anyone knows that 5e spell. Yeah. So this is literally a dance macabre that you're watching in front of you, and then they're going to roll their occultism. That was really good. Okay, so
hey, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
He uses his staff, Jimmy does, and the shadows that you're sending out envelop his staff, and it darkens, and the sparking stops, and the anchor begins to glow with bright yellow runes as the shells in front of it in the circle vibrate on the ground. And as they're dancing, it hits a fevered pitch and a crescendo. All of the light goes out, including the torches all around you. And then a few moments later, the torches come back.
Do I sense the curse is lifted?
You detect magic?
Yeah.
You no longer detect the abjuration magic you felt earlier. You still feel necromancy coming from the ritual area and the undead in front of you, but you no longer feel an abjurative force.
I look at this anchor. I know that they were using this as the centerpiece of the ritual. Was the anchor what actually like cursed them here? Does the anchor have any sort of special relationship to these pirates?
The anchor is what hit the lighthouse keeper. As he was trying to drag us back, the ship broke. It hit him on the head and he drowned. So yes, you are very astute.
I see. Then as long as this anchor is sort of protected, that skeleton up there will continue to maintain that lighthouse.
That's probably right, yeah.
That means that your debt that you owe him is paid. You are free.
Thank you so much, strangers. Never even heard your names.
Oh yeah, we didn't introduce ourselves, did we?
I just realized that.
We just led with our qualifications.
Zavid.
Reese.
And Con de Bloody.
We will not forget.
That's not the right accent.
We will not forget what you have done for us on this day.
And all three of them all four of them look to each other, and they kind of step to the side here, and each of them takes a step into the water, and their feet actually go down, and they begin to look excited.
Before they
think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
And they turn around and look to you, and they go,
"It worked."
Wow.
I'm gonna use the rest of my harms on each of them, because I say
It is a dangerous world out there, and the seas are a lot more dangerous now than they were 5 years ago. pamphlets. Something that's going on you should probably know about. But once Eox the Dead is in alignment, you'll feel a bit of a bolster of your own power. Just remember to keep good care of yourselves. I will not be there to heal you in the future.
We appreciate the knowledge and everything all of you have done for us. We never thought that anyone would come and help us undead. We always assumed our fate would be at the hands of a paladin's mace.
The attitude towards undead is shifting slowly but surely. There is a very dangerous event coming in about 4 months. If you fight on the side of the living, I think you will help repair the image of undead to people, and you might have a very good unlife as a result.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity. If you ever need us, you know how to get a hold of us. And he points
Yep.
over to Reese.
I
We
can't
will
wait.
come to your beck and call. You have saved us from a horrible fate trapped here. Oh, please release the Dracolisks. They should be free.
Will do.
Thank you.
And I'll let them sort of like wade out into the water to then sort of
they
explore
wade
the
out
island.
Like
Fine.
Godzilla.
Yeah. I think they probably have a boat somewhere. Like they could probably repair and get serviceable again. So we'll just kind of let them do that and they'll walk back and go and finish the ritual over here.
Beautiful. And yeah, you can tell that the bones of this thing go pretty deep into the wall. So they already did their secondary checks, so it's mostly up to Zavid at this point. You have guidance, that kind of stuff, and anything else you feel like could help.
I do not
spell
believe
slots.
I could. Well, if it's a few hours on their thing, I think I have guidance back. So yeah, sure. I will expend a 5th level spell slot of Animate Dead. To give it a little kick, a little bit of juice, which will be all of my 5th. So I am out of 6th, I'm out of 5th, I'm out of 3rd. I have only 2 4th level slots and 2 3rd level slots on my 1st level because I haven't used any of those yet.
Nice.
I might actually be even lower because I did a water walk. So I actually, that was a 4th level. Yeah. So actually I only have 1 4th level slot left.
It's okay, we have a day.
Yeah, we do have
you're
a
good.
day, yeah. So I've spent a lot of magic today.
Mhm.
But I expend it for this. I'm gonna get a +3 for
Plus
the
3.
guidance and my ritualist dedication.
Perfect. And I'm reducing
Alright.
the DC by 10 for
And
that 5th level slot.
I do not have any more hero points. So this is just gonna be the roll. Let's see what happens. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You want to know what the DC was reduced from the spell slot?
What was that?
30.
Oh my god.
Pretty
So
great.
describe to us your critical success in your ritual.
I don't think I know. Yeah, I don't think I know Draconic, do I? No,
I think Khan does.
Khan does.
So I can translate.
Your secondary casting here is extremely helpful. Anyone who knows Draconic here and is like helping me with that, as I am speaking Necrol, the language of the dead, and then I say it in Common. Actually, sorry. Let's see, Elliot. What languages does Reese know?
Eklo, Elvish, Common, and there's one more. Goblin.
Okay. I think, and then Khan, what languages do you know besides Common and Draconic?
I know Dwarven, Elven, Orcish, and Isoki.
Okay. So what I would probably do then, instead of Necrol works, but Aklo works too for stuff like this. I will speak in Aklo. Reese understands and can translate into Common, and then Khan understands Common and can translate into Draconic.
I love it.
So we do a little telephone here, but I speak very slowly and surely so that we don't get anything mistranslated. And as
Make
we
your
sort of
bed? No, raise the dead.
and as we sort of do this, I kind of invoke the, knowing what I know of the dragons that we've encountered, and sort of their trials and tribulations, the things they've gone through over all these years. I sort of do this with the understanding that this is not a skeleton of some random sailor. This is probably a beast that was far older and far wiser and greater than I will ever be. And I try to bring that respect into the ritual. I try to give it a sort of the same air you would do if you were summoning a living dragon to your side as an ally. Like, you are not my pet. You're not even really, you're my minion by mechanics only. You are a sentient being that I am calling forth to do service to the world once again.
Much like you did with Rot Trot.
Yeah.
So I love the whole telephone thing, because that's definitely how they assist as secondary ritualists, is their translations. So
yeah.
in addition to speaking this, and then that this kind of translation, the shadows
Did you
seep.
say Fusroda?
I did. The shadows seep into this cove, reducing the color everywhere around you. And these shadows slowly drift down onto the bones of this creature, seeping into it like a sponge absorbing water. And slowly, surely, over the day, you speak the words into this thing. You speak the shadows. You manifest them into it. And after your day of ritualing with that critical success, after it does begin to move, and it raises its head and looks to you.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
I think there's definitely like the fatigue of a whole day's ritual where, like, I think even seeing everything that you've seen, Khan and Reese would be kind of bored by the end, like, oh my god, are we almost done with this? The moment its head starts to move, that excitement rushes back, like, oh my god, it's working! We didn't waste our time, oh my god!
Now my voice is even more hoarse.
Seahorse.
I love it.
But yes, Savid, this is a 7th level creature, skeletal sea dragon. I am adding it to your summonable undead list. So you can now summon this thing with your spell slots.
So would that mean, but it's because I used a ritual, it is always around like Rot Trot. So
yeah.
Using Animate Dead, I summon it to us. It doesn't go away though. It's like I've brought it to us.
Yep.
It just requires a 7th level slot to bring it.
That's right.
Okay, can Reese name it?
Hell yeah. I think it might have a name. If you want to give it a nickname, let me ask Khan first. Khan, could you ask it in Draconic what its name is?
Sure. Do you have a name? But
And it turns its head, and it thinks, and it says, I cannot remember.
Shit. I know I can get true names from things.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if is there a slot I can expend. I know there's invoke true name, but you kind of have to know it because essentially you invoke the true name and then it has a disadvantage or like a penalty to its shit. How did we get true names before? We had a way to do that, I remember.
I don't recall. Yeah. We can. Let's see if we can. You coax it out because it's an undead and you're a necromancer.
I think. Yeah. Does it understand Common and other languages?
Like it does. Yes. Common and Necrol and Draconic.
Necrol, perfect. Okay, so in the language of the dead, as its master, I will ask,
what is your earliest memory?
Thinks for a moment, and it responds with swimming the depths, darkness.
Did you have kin?
We are solitary creatures. I have no memory of kin.
It's kind of a gross language to the those of you who don't speak Necrol.
I'll also just kind of wait. Reese knows Necrol.
No, Aklo.
Oh,
Aklo, sorry.
Sorry.
I'll just in under my breath in common, I just kind of translate what I'm asking. And I know I could ask in common, but it's more like I'm trying to invoke like undead authority here to try to like really get it to dig deep. I will ask it then.
Do you remember where your lair, your hoard is?
Yes.
Can you take us there?
I believe I can.
I
I
look to
think
you all.
that's. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I look to you all like.
Do you all have time for one more adventure today?
If this makes it so I don't have to see my dad any sooner, yes.
I have water breathing. I'm gonna do it on all of us. I have 1 4th level slot. I think I can do that. Let me double check. It would be I might need to rest actually, just because
You
I
might
would be
need to
tapped.
rest.
I'd be tapped out, so tapped out that if we got into danger, I wouldn't be able to help.
This thing's not going anywhere because you did the
Yeah.
ritual and everything.
Right. Oh shit. Holy shit, wall of flesh. I'm looking at that later.
Nice.
Yeah, if I did a 4th level, it would be you just can breathe underwater until the next time you do daily preparations. So I would have that ready to go, but it wouldn't matter if we're gonna just wait it out.
Yeah, I feel like you might want to take a long resty here in this place. There's, they're kind of raggedy, but there's makeshift tents, there's makeshift bags.
Yeah, I
sleeping
mean,
bags at
and
the
these
bottom.
guys haven't been disturbed in however long, so we're
Yeah.
pretty safe. Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
a sea dragon now, so it's fine.
You have a sea dragon now, and you still have the other Dragalisks to release. So
Mhm.
you have some
Okay.
stuff you can do in this tent or in this cavern for the night. So I think this is a great place for us to stop for the week, and we'll deal with the rest of this and find out where this dragon's hoard is next time. Next week, I know we're definitely off because I know at least 3 of us are busy. So hope everyone will join us in 2 weeks' time, where we'll see where this goes from here.
I'm
Sounds
so
good.
excited,
Flavor.
and hopefully I will have a moving face back. Again, apologies to chat who heard me coughing and hacking. I forgot to mute my my regular mic because I'm producing. So again, apologies. I'm fine. I learned my lesson.
All good. We'll get it next time. See y'all
Yeah.
next time.
Bye
Bye.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.